on in that market. Because my suggestion is if you insist on watching this on MSNBC and you are able to listen to the radio, it's a much better program on the radio.
It's a great idea.
Because they don't cut stuff off all the time.
It's a great idea, yeah.
On the radio, except at KTUC in Tucson. Our old Tom Hassey down there,
yeah.
They don't do a great job.
Where they've done it regularly for a long time, preceding MSNBC.
One of the best stations in the country that carries this program, well, there are a number of them, but it's KVNA in Flagstaff, Arizona. Man, they do it. I'm telling you, they do a fabulous job. But they got a couple hours to think it over, because it's tape delayed. So.
Sure.
All right, well, we got a lot of news, and an unfortunate quote attributed to the I-Man in Peter Johnson's column in USA Today, the television column.
Really?
And we'll get to all that coming up. But now it's time for a little news. And here with that is Charles McCord. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, I-Man. The headlines, the debate commission just saying no to Ross Perot. The Clinton campaign still insisting that Perot be included in at least one presidential debate. The Clinton and Dole camps meet today to attempt to iron out dates for however they're going to structure this thing is still pretty much up in the air. No more pusillanimous pussyfooting for former Vice President Spiro Agnew, which was one of his famous quotes. He is dead. Age 77, was Nixon's vice president before resigning in a tax evasion scandal. President Clinton will be at the Grand Canyon today, where he is expected to designate nearly 2 million acres of southern Utah wilderness land. A national monument contains one of the nation's largest coal reserves. Jury selection gets underway in Santa Monica in O.J.'s civil trial. Could take weeks, they're saying. And Illinois executes Raymond Lee Stewart earlier today for a 1981 killing spree in which 6 people in all were left dead. Locally, anyone who receives some extra cash at ATM machine, Grand Casino, Atlantic City, isn't so lucky after all. They got to give it back. The machine mistakenly spit out $100 bills instead of 20s. Imus in the Morning News Time, now 3 minutes after the hour.
Syndicated around the country by Westwood One Entertainment, and we are on MSNBC. I don't want to get this, I got to straighten this out here now. Let me see how I got to do this. I want to get that, my brother's salsa in the way of the MSNBC logo. I just can't do that.
It's just so pathetic. How many limos do you need for crying out loud?
That's a good point. It's just pathetic. It's just
how many can you ride in at one time?
That's right. We'll hold it up when we want to sell it. And other than that, we just don't need to get into it. It's just stupid, isn't it? Thanks, Dick. Coming up this morning, Mike and the Mad Dog, who are I would say they are the two premier sports talk show geeks in the country, wouldn't you?
I would say that is a safe assumption. Yes,
certainly the most successful. They're on in the afternoon here in New York, and they have the number one radio program in New York City in the afternoon. And they're, I guess the feature of their program is that one of them knows a lot about sports. That would be Francesa.
Yeah,
and the other one, Russo, Mad Dog, doesn't know anything about
sports.
Knows
nothing,
but he claims that he thinks he does.
Right,
and then they argue with each other.
And makes a great deal of noise about it.
Yeah. And also, because the O.J. Simpson trial starts today, we'll talk with Fred Graham, who is the managing editor for Court TV, and see if we can get up to speed on Judge Fujisaki and the rest of that stuff. And also, Beavis and Bob Dole, a couple of those this morning. General George S. Patton Jr. and Ross Perot with a reaction to being kicked out of the debates yesterday.
Wow.
It's time now for the national news, and here with that is Charles McCord. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, I-Man. At the top of the news, the death of former Vice President Spiro Agnew. Outspoken conservative, loved bashing the media before resigning in disgrace. 77 years old, taken to a hospital in Ocean City, Maryland, Tuesday. Officials have not released any information about the cause of death. Agnew was Richard Nixon's vice president, resigned in disgrace after pleading no contest to a single count of income tax evasion, failed to pay income taxes on more than $13,000, which investigators claimed were bribes he accepted.
Why does it say Fred on your shirt there?
It's one of your brother's...
I see. That's a turquoise buffalo denim work shirt with a Joseph Abood Auto Body Express silk necktie. Man, you look pretty sharp.
I do look good, don't I?
You had no idea.
I'm wearing my shirt says Fred on it as well.
I noted that.
I'm wearing my
buff blue blood indigo blue bluff blow thing.
You know what you have to do when you order these from my brother is have them starched like Chuck and I do. They look great, don't they?
Yeah, really get a lot of starch.
And you too could be dressed just like me and Chuck if you'll call my brother this morning. In fact, you can call right now. They're open out there at the Auto Body Express in Santa Fe, New Mexico. 1-800-272 1957, the Auto Body Express, sponsored by the folks from Twin Lab Vitamins, which I take every day. I took a handful last night of Twin Lab Vitamins.
I'll be getting
Take
ready
more.
to take mine here in just a few minutes. Look at that.
What else?
Agnew long nursed a grudge against Richard Nixon, felt he sold him out in hopes of lightening his own Watergate woes. Agnew gained fame, of course, for his colorful language and his attacks on the news media, particularly network news.
Networks, pursuit of controversy, which what did they value? To inform or to confuse. The public for his new that the majority of Americans do so for their country. That lawlessness of the Bible rather than the exception on the American campus.
Spiro Agnew leaves a wife and 4 children. He also made appeals to the common man as he railed frequently against the intellectual elite and people he called impudent.
Didn't William Safire write all those for him?
Wrote a lot of it. The nattering nabobs of negativism particularly was attributed to him. The Presidential Debate Commission yesterday morning just said no to Ross Perot, I-Man, recommending Perot not be included in the series of upcoming presidential debates. The Clinton camp had pushed to include Perot, with President Clinton yesterday saying the Texas billionaire brought something to the forums of 4 years ago.
I enjoyed having him in there in 92. I thought he made a valuable contribution. It was a good debate.
Get out of
The
here.
president was asked if he's afraid to debate then Bob Dole one-on-one.
Oh, I'm not afraid of any debate. I'm not afraid of any debate.
Bob Dole's campaign had pushed to exclude Ross Perot. He thought the decision by the commission was a good one.
I don't think the commission can bind us on every issue. Don't misunderstand me. Maybe not even on this issue. But if it's determined that Perot should be in, then there are other candidates on all 50 ballots. The Natural Law Party candidate, Ralph Nader's on 30 ballots. He scores higher than Perot in California polls.
Whatever.
As a matter of fact.
Yeah, whatever.
Dole also urged Ross Perot to throw his support to the Republican ticket now. The Clinton and Dole campaigns will meet again today to try to iron out dates for the debates. The Clinton camp is also planning to appeal the Perot decision, insisting Ross Perot be included in at least one debate.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
Now, clawing till his fingernails are bloodied at anything that has even the most remote chance of bringing him credibility, political gadfly, grassroots presidential candidate, third-party reformer, H. Ross Perot.
Debate me, Larry. I'm going to debate somebody or know the reason why. What do you want to argue about? Just lay it out. Throw it right out there on the table and let me show these silly bastards at that bipartisan debate commission what they're making America miss out on. Did you see this here ruling? Did you? Answer me.
Yes.
It says right here that Clinton and Bob Dole have no obligation to include Perot in any debates they have because I don't meet the criteria for participation. Well, Larry, if Clinton and Dole don't have an obligation to cut me in, then I'd like to know just who the hell does. Are we living in a democracy or in some tin-horn dictator country, Larry? Got a hell of a sucking sound going on, and it's that fat pantload out of Arkansas and Lefty from Kansas sucking up to those self-appointed arbiters of argument who I bet they paid off to kick my scrawny but richer than Jesus hind end out of this deal. It's sad and simple, Larry. Sad and simple. A lot like you, now that I think about it. I am flat pissed, Larry. I know. Perot don't usually sink to that kind of talk, but there ain't no other way to put it. What do they mean I don't fit the criteria? Who's drawing up the rules here? Sounds like Saddam Hussein, if you're asking me. Sounds like we're looking at one of them fake-a-loo goat humper elections. I got a couple of charts and 4 infomercials on it, Larry. Can you see this? Where's the camera? Okay, now you decide if I ought to qualify. Had my own pollsters working on this because, frankly, I think that Gallup fella and the rest of them are a bunch of shysters. Now, this here we call it, let's see if I can read it. The Perot PP poll stands for Perot plebiscite, Larry. Now, right here, represented by my traditional icon of a drooping pecker. I always use a pecker symbol there in my charts. Grabs the people, you know.
Fine.
Anyway, this here slumping pecker represents my current poll numbers. Admittedly, not quite up there where we want them to be yet. 5%. But, Larry, balancing that off, look at this chart. This here's your pecker erector. Look at that bad boy. Sticks up like a Russian cosmonaut pining for Shannon Lucid, don't it? And that represents the fact that me and Pat, what's-his-name, are going to be on the ballot in all 60 states, Larry. And that sure as hell qualifies me to debate somebody, don't it? Don't it? Answer me. Well, and you know who, Larry? Do you? Sure you do.
No, I don't.
I tell you it is.
Vincent the Chin Gigante.
That's right.
And Stuttering
And
John.
Stuttering John, right, exactly. I know you's on my side. Now let's get out there, put our our noses to the proper people's backsides and get this thing turned around. Here's your soundbite.
right.
You gotta let us in, if just to watch us fidget. The boy who needs a shave and the big-eared pea-brain midget. Bandwagon's pulling out of the station, Larry. Fall under it. And much obliged for having me on your show.
Ross
What was that guy's
Perot.
name again?
Ross Perot here on the Imus and Imus program. It's 13 after the hour. Well, the New York Times editorializing this morning, almost hysterical. Our friend Hal Raines over there, insisting that this commission made a hideous mistake, and they're demanding that Ross Perot be included in all this. Well, we have an unfortunate situation here in the Inside TV column in USA Today, written by Peter Johnson, in which he writes at the bottom of the column, Don Imus continues to pound NBC News President Andy Lack and producer David Borman for less than perfect synchronization between radio and TV ads on his show, which is simulcast on MSNBC. Quote, maybe if Lack and Moose Butt Borman would stay out of the commissary at 30 Rock, they could get this thing figured out, he grumbled Tuesday. Borman says the dovetailing is improving and Imus speeding up on us is a sign of affection. Well, I was obviously misquoted there. I would
Clearly.
totally misquoted. I certainly wouldn't refer to our friend David Borman as Moose Butt Borman or even threaten Andrew Lack.
Excuse me, I was sitting in your office 2 feet from you when you made the statement. Moose butt and threatening Andrew Lack.
Well, that's unfortunate that you would have that recollection of that particular conversation, because that's not the way I remember.
That is exactly what happened. Exactly. Moose butt threatened Andrew Lack.
Well, it's unfortunate, isn't it?
I'm sorry. I can't lie. You're not going to get away with that. That's not good. Who's buying that? Of course you did.
Well, apparently no one. Okay, Beavis and Bob Dole, and
You're an idiot.
yeah, well,
That's for sure.
fairly well of that. Mike and the Mad Dog and Fred Graham, the managing editor of Court TV, are all coming up. We're talking with Jimmy Breslin, whose new book, I Want to Thank My Brain for Remembering Me, the official publication date is today.
The other thing I keep thinking of is Dole. They're on the television. Here's Tim Russell. If I were Bob Dole, I'd do this, I'd do that. And he's telling Dole. Now, Cokie Roberts was another one talking. She's the one who was offended by you that you shouldn't say bad about the president.
Right.
Imagine saying that to me in a bar. You shouldn't talk bad about the president.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
If you had an uncle in your family who's now 73, Uncle Bob, and now he's running for president of the United States, wouldn't you say the guy did pretty good with his life?
Well,
I think my Uncle Bob did damn well. Look at this. You know.
we're talking with one of the truly great columnists in the
Yes.
history of newspaper columns. And he agrees. Jimmy Breslin.
What am I supposed to say?
In the morning. Sports Radio 66 WFAN.
Well, the two people we have gotten more comment about, not that I care, comment, are him and that goof Laura Ingraham.
Yeah.
You know, the best place on earth to be is on the water.
You know, the two people I've got more comment about are Jimmy Breslin and that goofball Laura Ingraham.
Boat show and launch a whole lifetime of fun. There are hundreds of boats, tons
That's
of
good to hear.
accessories, free sailboat rides, carnival rides,
How you
for
know
kids,
Laura back on
fishing
here?
simulator, the Norwalk Boat Show, September 19th through the 22nd at Cove Marina. There are
She
only
said,
two types of people in
when
the
she
world.
said, Sarah,
Those who love boats
bring us up
and those who
whining about this guy. I said, come on, baby.
Do it up.
What time did Perot run?
Nationwide Cellular. Right now, you can get 2 months free and
610.
free calls every weekend. For a limited time, Nationwide is offering cellular service for just
Pretty good. He sounded good. He sounded
That
good.
includes 30 minutes of free air, free activation, free weekends till 1997 for just $24.99 free month.
What's the deal?
Plus, you can get a quality Motorola Telepac 200 cellular phone for just $1. So don't wait. Call Nationwide Cellular today at 1-800-967-5100. That's 1-800-967-5100. Get free calls every weekend. Cellular service for only $24.99 a month with 30 minutes free. Free activation, free weekends till 1997. 2 months free and a Motorola Telepac portable phone for only $1. Call Nationwide Nationwide Cellular 1-800-967-5100 today. One new service agreement required, other restrictions apply. In all of the field from Nationwide Cellular and MCI Company. 1-800-967-5100.
These days, you don't need to drive to the Serengeti or the Sahara to find adventure. Between bad weather, bad roads, and bad drivers, a simple trip to the supermarket can be a heart-pounding experience. And to handle these daily thrills and chills, Subaru created Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon. You see, this adventurous hybrid vehicle has been specially built for your action-packed lifestyle by merging the best features of the sport utility with those of the passenger car. The result is a smooth riding yet rugged vehicle that can tackle just about any obstacle the road has to offer. The secret, of course, is Subaru all-wheel drive, a unique system.
They're going to cover the field. So they didn't even make it through the first inning. How do you like that?
The showdown in the Bronx rained out. Good morning. Mike Breen with Sports, sponsored by your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer. John Sterling with the call. It was all set. Yanks and Orioles, first versus second. Pennant raised baseball at its best, and they started the game. But it was quickly called in the first inning, and people from both teams angry that it was even started.
Well, it was stupid to start it.
That's right. They were worried about the safety of the players. Umpire Joe Brinkman was asked if he had any regrets.
No, I don't have any problem with what I did, no.
No, of course not. But Yankee General Manager Bob Watson was furious with the umpires.
I think that was the worst officiating that I've seen in a long time.
Watson irate.
God, you're a disgraceful. I mean, I'm telling you, you're a disgraceful human being.
Going out on the wet field, and I can't blame him. No wet field in Denver, where the Dodgers' Hideo Nomo threw a no-hitter in the LA's 9-0 victory over Colorado.
Let me hear Bob Watson. This is the general manager of the New York Yankees baseball team. Is that what you're trying to tell me here?
That's correct.
And he's commenting on what?
On the fact that the umpires allowed the players to go out on that wet field.
Oh, okay. Let me hear Mr. Watson.
I think that was the worst officiating that I've seen in a long time.
Watson all wet, certainly.
Yeah, it's okay. All right.
Plenty of great performances in the majors this year. Plenty of MVP candidates, and that's a hot topic on sports radio stations around the country, including WFAN in New York, where overnight host Joe Beningo talked about the Yankees' Mariano Rivera and his MVP credentials.
Whether he's the MVP or not, well, obviously he's not going to be. But I tell you what, in the Beningo world, he's the MVP of the American League.
Now he's talking in the third person. Joe Beningo in the Beningo world.
Wow.
We don't know what the Beningo world is, but
Joe Bada Bingo.
It's 23 after the hour, and here now from MSNBC and CBS News is Laura Ingram, who's not supposed to be up. Good morning, Miss Ingram.
Hi, Don. You know, I was, oddly enough, writing you a thank you note for having me on the show. I get up early and I do this correspondence. I turn the TV on, and all of a sudden I hear, and that goofball, Laura Ingram. and I'm like, okay, you can call me a lot of things, but goofball,
It was an affectionate term, wasn't it, Charles?
A term of endearment.
All right, do you hear this, man?
Laura Ingram here on the Imus in the Morning program. Mike Breen continues.
Took her only one appearance to hate you. Usually it takes 3
she
or 4.
doesn't hate us.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, what are you going to do?
NBA news, John Stockton got his big deal with the Utah Jazz, the veteran point guard, signing a 3-year, $15 million deal. Stockton, the all-time assist leader in the NBA, mainly because throughout his career, he's always been afraid to take the big shot.
No guts.
Passing it off his teammates like Karl Malone.
There you go.
Absolutely.
And Stockton rewarded for that inability to come through in the clutch.
Thank you very much, Mike.
And that's sports. I'm Mike Breen.
Please get out of the studio.
Let's talk shaving, or rather, let's let a razor.
That's just sad.
Maybe that's why your skin gets real irritated. But the new Norelco Reflex Action Razor is different. Try it for 21 days, and you'll see it shaves with less irritation than blades. Clinical studies prove it. We'll even let you try it risk-free. Then you'll look and feel great.
Now there's a hearing aid for Miracle Ear, so advanced, it's virtually invisible. Now you see it? Now you don't. It's the Mirage hearing aid from Miracle Ear. Call now. We'll send you these free booklets that tell you how the virtually invisible Mirage may help you hear better. If you call 1-800-385-1600. Right now, we'll also send you this free videotape, Hearing Loss and You. It'll show you the most common causes and solutions for hearing loss. And we'll include the free booklets about the Mirage hearing aid from Miracle Ear. You see, Mirage is our most advanced hearing aid that fits completely into the ear canal. It's not only small, it's virtually invisible. Call Miracle Ear at 1-800-385-1600. We'll send you important new information about hearing loss and the virtually invisible Mirage.
It's amazing. I know he's wearing it, but I can't see it.
So call Miracle Ear at 1-800-385-1600. Call now.
And she's got great television presence.
Unpretentious, not enamored of herself or of the television camera.
But she was
great. Smart as a whip.
She was a lawyer.
Yeah.
She is a lawyer.
Yeah.
And just all of a sudden, you just wonder. Well, it's like Tim Russell.
Yeah.
He just turned into. I think Russell is just great.
Born for the television. My God, he's got that appeal to whatever that Q factor thing. And
does Bruce Willis realize how lame he is?
Probably not. No, of course not. What am I saying? Probably, he certainly does. No.
Exhibition and clinics with Luke and Murphy Jensen and autograph sessions with tennis legends on October 5th. A great event full of tennis and fun, all brought to you by First Union. The First Union Tennis Classic, October 3rd through the 6th at the New Canaan Racket Club in New Canaan, Connecticut. For tickets and information about the First Union Community Days, the number is 1-800-587-0656. 1-800-587-0656.
One more line on Thoreau and 2 cuts of dole. President to make that big photo op today, out there. And then OJ.
Don't still pay for the large, do you? Yes, that's exactly what you do with shipping overnight packages. You pay the same price to ship an overnight package 50 miles as you do to ship an
Frank Rich has got a column in the paper this morning. I don't know.
Because only UPS now bases your overnight shipping costs on distance. And that could be big things. For example, ship a 5
let's do
overnight by 10:30 to Boston or Washington, D.C. And UPS saves you up to 42% off our competitors' rates. Ship that same package to Albany or Philadelphia and save up to 46%.
Snoop Dogg 2-pack.
UPS gives you guaranteed on-time delivery and up-to-the-minute tracking. So before you ship your next order, ask your UPS driver about our new distance-based rates or call 1-800-PIC-UPS. And with the savings, buy the office coffee. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
All right, here now, an observation and comment on headline issues of the day. From the hood, Imus in Washington, Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yo, what's up? From the Life Imitates Art Department, gangster rappers perpetuating their images, with 2-pack bringing new meaning to the words, number 1 with a bullet. Suge Knight got some crazy ideas about how to stage a publicity stunt. Although speaking of
talk about hair restoration with Dr. L. Lee Bosley.
Why should I choose a Bosley medical doctor?
To begin with, your doctor will have a minimum of 10 years experience in surgical practice. Secondly, he'll be a board-certified surgeon. After he joins us, you can expect that he will have received extensive and intensive training in hair restoration.
Can I expect a customized procedure?
A man's head of hair is virtually as unique as his fingerprints. So, although we've done more than 95,000 procedures over the last 22 years, we are very strong on the point that we take care of those patients one patient at a time.
Don't wait another day to do something about your hair loss. Call 1-800-980-4300 now for this free guidebook and video from the Bosley Medical Institute. That's 1-800-980-4300. It could be one of the most rewarding calls you ever make.
Yeah, I'm going down a tower, pick up a latest Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia. Cover me.
Snoop on here on the Absolute Morning program. It's 30 minutes past the hour, live in New York City on the Westwood One Entertainment Radio Network across the country and on MSNBC. Aren't we?
Absolutely,
Mike and Mad Dog, these two goofballs who do a sports talk show here in New York City on WFAN and are arguably... Did I just say arguably? I did, didn't I? God. Anyway, the best in the country at it, I think.
I think so.
They both were discovered on this program. They both did sports on this program, as Breen does.
Right.
And now they...
now they've gone on.
Now they both have big houses and limos, don't they?
Thanks to the I-Man.
Well, they're actually pretty good, and they could be. They will either be great this morning or they will suck.
Oh, man.
One of the... It's not going to be any...
Ain't no in-between.
No. Beavis and Bob Dole coming up, a couple brand new ones, and also Fred Graham, the managing editor from Court TV. It is time now, however, for... a little more national news, and with that, Charles McCord, what else going on?
Just one more item regarding Mr. Perot and the decision that, to toss Ross. The Reform Party does plan legal action after the Presidential Debate Commission recommended that Ross Perot be left out of the debates.
Well, as Tim Russert pointed out on the NBC Nightly News, that was tried both in 88 and 92 or whenever, to no avail.
And Republican, what?
Maybe we should talk to Mr. Russert about who might have his facts a little straighter than I do.
That's fine. It's been tried twice before, no avail. That's all you need to know. Yeah. Republican candidate Bob Dole will issue yet another challenge today to the entertainment industry, I-Man.
Did Laura Ingraham hang up on me? Is that what happened?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah?
She hates you.
That's not a good... Well, a lot of people hate me. It doesn't mean they want
Everyone
to...
does.
That doesn't mean they want to appear on the program.
She said, listen to this. Click.
She tore up her note.
And tore up the note she was writing.
Yeah.
It's not a good... Well, we were talking about her. Here's the same could be said for Tim Russert. This was a woman who was just simply a lawyer working in Bob Bennett's office, and suddenly... And, Russert was, a bagman for Mario Cuomo.
Sure.
He used to, hide the bodies for Mario and the bottles for...
Clean out the trunk?
Yeah,
sure.
That was his deal.
Absolutely.
And they both...
get rid of DNA evidence there?
Worked fabulous on television, don't they?
Oh, well. Yeah. Russert, he's made for television. And it's just so bright that you can't stand it. It makes you feel bad.
So
she's a snappy-looking thing.
Yes, Bernard.
Yes,
she's a snappy-looking thing.
Unlike Russert.
I think Russert is pretty cute, too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
At any rate, Dole to make another challenge to the entertainment industry, asking the leaders of movie, TV, and music industries to stop glamorizing drugs. Right. And he's going to unveil his own motto. I-Man, similar, we're told, to Nancy Reagan's Just Say No deal.
Almighty, don't do this. Just don't do it.
He's going to do it.
It. Whatever it is, it will be so lame, it will be lamer than a Bruce Willis movie.
It's coming out today. Whatever.
Well, then maybe that's what it'll be.
Whatever.
Just say whatever.
Dole was on the anti-drug theme during this campaign stop yesterday.
As the leader of the greatest nation on earth, I will give you an administration that sends one clear, consistent moral message. There is right and there is wrong, and drug use is wrong, period. And drug use is wrong, period.
Excuse me?
Drug what? Like he was taking some. But a couple of drinks is okay. Jesus God, I mean, who is advising him?
And there's more. He blames President Clinton for an increase in drug use by teenagers.
There are over 1 million more children using drugs today than the day Bill Clinton was elected. Think about that. That's a big number. Over 1 million more children using drugs today than the day Bill Clinton was elected. And we can do
Jesus,
come on.
What is he, drunk?
Sounds like you reading a commercial. It happens.
I understand it happens, but I mean...
He was exercised. He was making an emphatic point there, I-Man, and he had a little problem.
I love Senator Dole, as you know, but I mean, it's just, God, and why do we have to repeat these phrases?
That
sometimes 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and an entire segment of a sentence just, I don't know, that...
he's not slick.
He's not slick.
No, he's not slick.
Yeah, and probably is the first to confess that.
Well, he ought to just get up and say, this is just not working.
I don't
No.
No, that's not what he's
I would be
gonna
a
say.
great president, and by the way, he would be a great president.
Yep.
I mean, he'd be a great president, but maybe he will be. I don't want to be one of those people who suggest that he just doesn't have any opportunity, but I mean, or any realistic chance. But
Something else today about polls. Wait a minute. Polls suggest race is tightening. GOP says Dole gaining ground. Political pundits have predicted for months the presidential race would tighten, and the latest polls, this is in USA Today this morning, show that there is a narrowing of President Clinton's lead, and that may have begun now. So I don't know.
Well, no, you don't know, and nor do I. So
the president will be at the Grand Canyon today, I-Man, where he's expected to make this enormous announcement. A White House official says Mr. Clinton will designate nearly 2 million acres of southern Utah wilderness a national monument. Environmental and business groups have long vied for control of the land in question. Contains one of the nation's largest coal reserves. Political leaders in Utah are against closing it to development. They hate the idea. But the White House official says the president wants to save the, quote, pristine wilderness area for future generations, and it is expected to score major political points elsewhere among environmentalists all across the country if it doesn't score well in Utah, but he doesn't give a darn because it has only 5 electoral votes. So who cares?
My wife and I, Deidre Coleman Imus, were just spent a month in that area, in that Red Rock area.
1.8 million acres of, as it's described here, glorious Red Rock wilderness.
And as Deidre pointed out last night, if they're worried about tourists going there and sticking up a bunch of Fred Harvey hotels, nobody's going to go there. There's nothing,
it's not going to happen.
It's a gorgeous area, but it's not the Grand Canyon, and it's not Canyon Lands, and it's not Mesa Verde or Canyon de Chelly or any of those places. It's just...
That's a major draw,
Yeah, there's not anything, it's not even Monument Valley, so... because there were some folks screaming about, they'd stick up a bunch of those cheesy hotels and it'd be a hordes of busloads of tourists coming in there. Well, that's not going to happen. So, and coincidentally, today is Robert Bennett, the senator from Utah. Today is his birthday. He's 121 years old.
And happy birthday.
He looks on it. He's 63, actually.
And may you have 122nd.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a nice guy, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah. Jury selection is expected to get underway then today in Santa Monica, I-Man, in the trial of O.J., the civil trial. Judge Hiroshi Fujisaki will hold a last-minute evidence hearing before the selection process actually begins. 100 prospective jurors out of a pool of 4,000 are due in court today.
Appellate court overturned some of his rulings yesterday, right?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it took a lot of the ammunition away from the defense. As a matter of fact,
but specifically with the coverage of it was what they overturned.
The media, Yeah, also won a small victory. The federal appeals court agreed with the judge's decision to bar electronic broadcasts, but ordered him to allow a press room audio feed so that folks can sit out there and hear the testimony. And they're also going to let in sketch artists.
Now, will they? And he lifted a gag order on witnesses. But
I'll have to look.
We'll talk to Fred Graham.
Have to look.
That's why Fred Graham's going to be on.
Precisely.
Answer some questions.
Yeah, Fred Graham, managing editor, Court TV, hopefully is now making some calls to try to figure out so he can answer these questions. so we know what the deal is. Well, one of the questions I have is, will they be able to broadcast that feed to the press room? Probably not, huh? How about excerpts of it?
I don't know. Mr. Graham will have to answer. Maybe can address that.
Because O.J. Simpson is perhaps the most profoundly illiterate person on the planet, and we just can't wait for this nitwit to get on the witness stand because he thinks he's one of those people who is remarkably stupid
and thinks he's slick,
but thinks he's smart.
Yeah.
So. Sort of like, I don't know, me.
Or me, for example.
Yeah, or you. So we didn't kill anybody.
And Illinois has executed a mass murderer.
Good.
44-year-old Raymond Lee Stewart put to death early today for a 1981 rampage that took 6 lives. Stewart spent part of his last day on Earth praying with Cardinal Joseph Bernardine of Chicago, who is himself dying of cancer, given less than a year to live. And he also talked on the phone with the Reverend Jesse Jackson. In his final words, Mr. Stewart said, "May you all have peace because of this, and may my victims' families have peace." And then he just got out.
So this is another murderer who is this another deal where he's turning his life over to Jesus?
I don't know. The cardinal did speak with him for a while, and they prayed together and that sort of thing. But I don't know.
You see, I think and you're a born again Christian, right?
Yes.
Okay. Not a rabid nut. However.
No, I've had a spiritual awakening.
Yeah, but
characterize it thus. Yeah.
You're much more reasonable about a number of issues like gay marriage and those kinds of things, which I find frankly surprising. But at any rate, why don't we talk to Jesus about this, about these people? They go out and they murder everybody in the house or wherever, over at the Arby's, and then turn their life over to Christ and think that, well, but nobody, we haven't heard, Jesus has not weighed in on this, and I would suspect that Jesus would say, well, that's fine. We're going to electrocute you, and then we'll talk about it.
Well, there are a couple of biblical parables, though, that suggest, man, that it's not too late, ever, up until the last second.
Well, that's absurd.
Well, that's the...
How does it make any sense that you can go out and murder a bunch of people and then cop to Jesus?
It's a difficult concept, I will admit.
How'd they electrocute him? Or how'd they?
It was lethal.
So they didn't electrocute him.
Look what you wanted. Yeah.
Okay, OJ. How'd they inject them?
Lethal injection.
What did I say?
How did they electrocute him? You don't even remember what you said, Deke.
Yeah, I remember what I said, but I
suggesting how strongly you would desire that over this.
Absolutely.
Lethal injection method.
Yeah, plug them in, fire them up. That's smoke curling out of their ears and stuff.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah. I do. I hear you.
All right, again, Fred Graham from Court TV and Mike Francesa and Chris Russo, Fatso and Fruit Loops, Mike and the Mad Dog, these two sports talk show nitwits. We'll talk with them about sports and try to goad them into fighting with each other.
Yeah.
So, I was very up for the Yankee-Baltimore game last night, and then, of course, it was rained out, so I watched Spin City with Michael J. Fox, and it is dreadful.
Oh, come on. It wasn't dreadful. It was cute.
Did you watch it, Lou?
Yeah, I saw some of it.
Dreadful, wasn't it?
It's okay.
I think
right.
Dreadful's
Dreadful's strong.
For the idiot masses out there.
It's dreadful.
I thought it was cute.
Oh,
I think
God.
he's cute.
Yes, he's fine, but it was just mindless, dreadful junk.
Check your brains. I understand that.
Oh, God, it was just hideous. Now we have men behaving badly tonight.
That'll be
good.
Boy, that'll be great. So. But Michelle Gruppy, who I sort of like, who's a television critic for the New York Post, she likes it. So
okay,
well, that says a lot.
I don't know.
Well, it says
I won't be reviewing that. So I've now watched all the sitcoms I'm going to watch this year. I'm not going to watch any more.
New Cos, Spin City. That's it.
I like Cosby, and Spin City sucks, and I'm done.
It was set on the greatest day they have ever known. Brother, only Jesus can change things like that. It rose dark. It sets in a brightness and a glory like you'll never begin to know. What are you telling me? I'm telling you, if you'll take that nail-scarred hand, I'm telling you, if you'll put it in yours, I don't care if you're a church member or a drunk or an alcoholic or a drug addict or your own AIDS, he'll lead you to heaven's gate through the gates of pearl.
All right, here's Lori McNichol with the Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile Fan Highway Patrol. Traffic throughout the New York area and a little New York weather. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning, You've got a slow go with the Tappan Zee Bridge heading into Westchester.
Anything.
All right.
You have nothing. I don't have anything.
Fine. Well, there is a tractor-trailer accident at the tolls there. Plus, speeds are down to 45 miles per hour because of the weather. On the Sawmill River Parkway, there is sporadic flooding both ways at Route 119 in Elmsford and again at the New York State Thruway merge. Today's weather, rain on and off throughout the morning, cloudy, but humid this afternoon, a high of about 66. Tonight, cloudy and in the low 50s, and right now 55, raining lightly and sticky, 96% humidity. This report's brought to you by Swift Premium Brown and Served Sausage. In the time it took you to toast your English muffins this morning, you could have had a couple of Swift Premium Brown and Served sausages. Don't just make it quick, make it Swift Premium Brown and Served sausages. I'm Lori McNichol for the Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile Fan Highway Patrol.
Hi, I'm Imus in the Morning. It is 12 minutes till the hour. The Imus in the Morning Hate Radio Rodeo, October 30th through November 3rd, happening down at the Scottsdale Princess in Scottsdale, Arizona. And Dana Cavanaugh, who's the associate producer of the Imus Morning program, spoke with Wendy yesterday, Delbert McClinton's wife. And Delbert McClinton and his band will be there both Thursday and Friday nights for the big Delbert McClinton concert. And Delbert has said now that he is willing to get up, he and the band.
Don't tell me this.
Friday morning and perform live on the Imus Morning program. That will be broadcast live from the Scottsdale Princess and also will be live on MSNBC.
That's huge.
And the Fred Imus bus tour, where my brother will take you probably up to Sedona, which is a gorgeous area there in Oak Creek Canyon.
and make you kneel down and execute you for trying out.
May haul you all up to over to Cottonwood and on up through Jerome and the old ghost town there. So it could be just a lot of fun.
Sure.
So that'll be happening 2 or 3 days there.
Ah, beautiful.
They also have desert balloon flights you can get involved in, horseback riding, of course. You've got a 4-wheel drive desert tour. You can get your own 4-wheel vehicle, get a Jeep and go out there and do all that stuff. You can fly over the Grand Canyon if you felt like doing that.
I think it is at the time that they're having this huge hot air balloon festival right across the street from the Princess.
So if you want to get in on this, you have to call Gladys Wright and the Trips, our travel agent, and the official travel agent of the Imus Morning Program, and book your trip, 1-888-THE-TRIP. Talk to Gladys, call her this morning, and get in on all this. And great news for y'all who go out and visit my brother in Santa Fe, New Mexico, there at the Auto Body Express. The current Auto Body Express warehouse, which is a huge situation, as you can imagine, is in an industrial park there off of Cerrillos Drive in Santa Fe. But we're opening, after the first of the year sometime, the Auto Body Express store on Canyon Road in Santa Fe, which Canyon Road is like Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills.
Shishi boutique time.
Well, it's going to be a great deal, but you still be able to get them seconds, because lots of times, like this shirt I have on, this is an Auto Body Express denim work shirt. It's actually a second because one of the buttons or something was goofed up on it, so that's what my brother sends me.
Have one thread out of place or something, you can't tell.
So Fred's got a bunch of new stuff, man, just great looking stuff. Great new T-shirts and great flannel shirts and some great new jackets and all great world-class clothes made in America. And the new stonewashed denim jackets, the new Texas jacket and the New Mexico jacket and the America jacket, all newly little improvements made on those and stuff. And several new denim work shirts. They have them in this color, which is just a stonewashed blue. They also have them now, and have had for a while, but in black. But they also come now in terracotta, blue, and green, and they're all stonewashed. And they got the little tiny color-coordinated buffalo on them.
They're fabulous. They really are.
So, plus you can call my brother and order a couple of jugs of Fred's hot stuff. And it's not only is it see that photograph on the label there?
Yeah.
I took that.
I know. Oh, God.
Anyway, and there's a picture of Fred on the label. So if you don't want to call Fred and order the hot stuff, you can go to Stop and Shop and pick it up for $4.99 a jug at all Stop and Shop stores throughout the East Coast. And Fred's open right now, so I'll give him a call at 1-800-272-1957. Beavis and Bob Dole with a new campaign song thing. Lou's coming up as soon as I point to Lou. He will.
Alrighty.
We'll hear that. So
gotcha.
And then we'll talk with Fred Graham, who is the managing editor for Court TV, about this O.J. Simpson thing, which I have little interest in.
Yeah, this time around, it's
stupid.
I know.
All the O.J. parasites come back out.
You're right.
I think it could be of some interest when he testifies, because he is such an illiterate nitwit.
Hear him get pounded a little
that
bit.
He's bound to blow it.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's smart, and he's remarkably illiterate. So, plus he murdered these people. So we'll have that. Unless of course he finds the real killers between now and then, and that's
he's close, as we understand.
That's an ongoing situation.
Very, very close.
And Faye Resnick's going to testify in this trial, which reminds me, of course, of Dan Jenkins' great line, and that was, had O.J. known that he was going to get 9 blacks on the original jury, he'd have gone ahead and whacked Faye Resnick as well. But it's probably a little late for that, because we're looking at a perhaps predominantly white jury in this particular trial. So it'll be just another horrible racial situation. Although I do think, somebody made a comment that was on one of these CNN, Geraldo Rivera's show, some black attorney. And that was, it's sort of unfair to lump all blacks in together thinking they all think alike, or all whites, or all. So that's probably a fairly good point.
Pretty going out on a limb there. Huh?
Well, yeah, but the reaction, come on, let's be honest. The reaction was dramatically split along racial lines.
Absolutely.
So. We were at the Denver airport when remember that when that came down?
Sure do.
And we were all in first class, and there was an African-American businessman in first class. Elegantly dressed guy, obviously, wealthy guy. He was the only black guy in our part of the plane. And he asked me,
to move to the rear of the plane.
No. He asked me if the verdict had come down. I said, yeah, he got off.
Yep.
And he was almost no reaction.
Yeah. I remember it well.
But, so there wasn't any...
Because as it came down, they were ready to push back, the aircraft, if you recall.
Well, you guys were all outside the plane.
Yeah.
And Rob or somebody came in and told me what had happened.
Huge crowds gathered around monitors there at Denver International, and just unbelievable.
Where were you when the Lindbergh baby case first came down?
Grow hair. Why don't you do that?
Hey, Bob, no, why the long face? You gotta be used to those opinion polls by now.
Well, it's not just the disappointing numbers, Beavis. Bob Dole doesn't have a campaign song anymore.
What happened to that lame old Dole Man thing you were using? That was perfect for you, because it was like 80 years old.
Bob Dole's campaign was being sued for royalties by the original songwriters, Beavis.
Sam and Dave were hitting you up for money?
No. Isaac and Dave. Isaac Hayes, that colored fella who wrote the theme from Shaft. Bob Dole's not happy, I'll tell you that.
So you saying that Isaac Hayes is a bad motherfucker?
Hush your mouth.
Well, I'm just talking about Isaac Hayes.
Then Bob Dole can dig it.
Well, we gotta get you a new campaign song, but you need something that's like from this century.
Bob Dole's hip to your jive, Beavis. Bob Dole wants the MTV generation to rock the boat, or whatever.
How about Alanis Morissette? Isn't he moronic?
Nope, no good, Beavis. She's Canadian. How about something from that bald black kid with the tattoos, that six-pack or whatever?
It may be a little late for that. He got killed. Imus in the morning.
It's 7 o'clock. WFAN New York and Infinity Broadcasting Station. Time for Imus in the Morning News. And first of all, some headlines. A former aide to Spiro Agnew calls the former vice president the John the Baptist of the Reagan Revolution. The former vice president, Mr. Agnew, died yesterday at a hospital in Ocean City, Maryland, at the age of 77. Ross gets tossed. The Commission on Presidential Debates yesterday saying Reform Party candidate Mr. Perot should not be included in the debates. Perot plans a court challenge, and President Clinton's campaign says Perot should be included in at least one debate. Republican Dole is pleased Perot was not included and urged Perot now to support him. Dole today unveils his own anti-drug motto. Similar, they say, to Nancy Reagan's Just Say No campaign of the 80s. Dole today will issue yet another challenge to the entertainment industry, urging the industry to stop glamorizing drug use. And the National Enquirer's editor was incredulous following GOP consultant Roger Stone's heated denials that he and wife Nikki are swingers. Editor Steve Cause telling Richard Johnson in page 6 of the Post this morning, I was appalled by his arrogance and stunned by his pathological lying. And that is a quote. They were rounding up child support deadbeats in New Jersey yesterday, arresting 523 men and 15 women on charges of missed child support payments. Governor Christy Whitman was on hand for one pre-dawn raid that occurred in Burlington County. And a Camden, New Jersey man wanted by the FBI for allegedly taking part in a shooting at New Jersey's Deptford Mall has been apprehended in Brooklyn. FBI spokesperson Linda Veazey says Moses Clary was arrested without incident by New York special agents last night. Ms. Veazey says he must have had an initial appearance before a U.S. magistrate before extradition proceedings began. Clary has been a fugitive for better than a month, considered armed and dangerous, accused of fleeing this botched robbery, which left 2 teenage bystanders and a would-be robber dead and an armored car guard suffering some serious wounds. The Imus in the Morning News time is now 2 minutes past the hour.
Imus in the Morning Business Report is sponsored by the New York Stock Exchange, and my cappuccino machine no longer works, of course.
What's the problem?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
It's the thing where you put the thing in that froths the milk or something.
Yeah, crisis. Okay.
It's plugged up. I don't know.
Yeah, 2 days.
It's a nightmare.
Wonder why.
So $3,500 for this mocha machine.
Yes.
And I'm going to send it back. I mean,
$3,500.
There is a guy.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
But just stupid, isn't it?
Well, of course. $3,500. That's ridiculous.
Oh, they're willing to give me a deal at $2,900.
Well, okay. Well, I didn't know
They
that.
saw you coming.
I mean, just ridiculous. Anyway, I don't know the name of it or, well, why
disparage?
Yeah, it may not even be their fault. It's probably something we did. But anyway, we'll try to get it fixed.
They get that cappuccino guy on the phone.
The Imus in the Morning Business Report is sponsored by the New York Stock Exchange. Today, the BOC Group, based in the United Kingdom, will list on the exchange, and JLG Industries will transfer from NASDAQ. They obviously have seen the light.
Sure.
Imus in the Morning News time is 3 after the hour.
Before there was
Do you use ordinary Johnson's baby powder on your foot itch?
Your feet tend to sweat and get itchy and irritated. And Johnson & Johnson, I think that's more like a baby powder. I just put on the Gold Bond powder and it has that medicated feeling.
Unlike ordinary powders, Gold Bond's triple action formula has the absorbing action of powder, plus the medicating action of a proven itch fighter and the drying action of zinc oxide.
Gold Bond has that fresh, clean, tingly feeling. I lost the itch right away.
Gold Bond, more than a powder, it's medication.
They say Gateway 2000 changed how the world buys computers. Factory direct over the phone. Now we bring you Destination.
It's a big screen PC.
This is cool.
It is TV and a computer.
It's huge. Oh my gosh.
He's going to want one of these, you know. Where does it come from?
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Gateway computers feature the Intel Pentium processor. To find out more about Destination or our other PCs, call 1-800-GATEWAY. You've got a friend in the business.
If you love cars and love reading about them, now there's a magazine that blows the doors off anything you've seen before. Automobile Magazine, the one that turns the volume up on your driving experience. Every issue takes you beyond the typical road test to put you behind the wheel. Feel the power of the Porsche 911 Turbo. Experience the performance of the Ferrari 456 GT. Call now to get Automobile Magazine for just $1 an issue, the lowest price ever offered on TV, and stay on top of the scoops, the specs, and the insider insights. From the genius behind the concept cars of the future to the best drives for under $25,000 today. Call for 12 monthly issues at only $1 an issue and save 66% off the cover price. Plus, get this high-intensity car light and emergency flasher as a free bonus. Call this toll-free number now and get into Automobile Magazine today.
Hey, Bob Doe, here's something that'll make you really cranky. The Fraternal Order of Police just endorsed Bubba.
Oh, sure. Well, why not? No wonder the police like him. He got dates for all those state troopers.
I think it was the other way around.
Yeah, well, whatever. Not fair, Beavis. Bob Dole should have gotten that endorsement. Nobody's tougher on crime than Bob Dole.
You sound like a commercial for detergent.
Yeah, but Bob Dole will tell you what's a deterrent. Prosecuting kids over 13 as adults. Wouldn't Beavis think twice about committing a violent crime if he was going to be tried as an adult?
Depends on who the adult is. OJ?
No, thanks, Beavis. Bob Dole's not thirsty.
No, I meant OJ Simpson.
Now, look, Bob Dole is ready to help the Jews hunt down the real killers. Bring them to justice. Make them do time for the crime. Whatever.
Let me ask you something. Do you view your campaign as just the annoying time between naps?
It's time for this country to get serious about violent crime and drugs, Beavis. Bob Dole thinks convicts should work 40 hours a week in prison.
Good idea. That way when they get out, they won't have to, rob or steal or kill people. They'll have their own money to buy drugs.
Pretty good. Now, that's Bob Dole's position on crime, Beavis.
Bob Dole's campaign. That's a crime.
Lock me up, throw away the key.
Davis and Bob Dole here on the Imus and Imus program. It's 6 minutes after the hour. It's time for the national news. Coming up this morning, Mike and the Mad Dog, these two goofballs who do a very successful sports talk show here in New York on WFAN, which is the station where we broadcast from across the country. And before that, Fred Graham, managing editor for Court TV. We'll talk with him about this tedious O.J. Simpson situation. And we managed in the first hour of the program we were talking about Jimmy Breslin and Laura Ingraham this morning. Mm-hmm. And I don't take these mother-in-law surveys, however, we got a lot of comment on...
You okay? There was a big pause there.
It's hot in here. We got a lot of comment on both Ms. Ingraham and Mr. Breslin.
Yes, we did.
People who like them a lot.
Yeah.
And I just, unfortunately, refer to Ms. Ingraham as a goofball.
And she was up, and
unfortunately, she had the radio or television on, so that's always a problem. But and she called up and hung up on us.
Right.
Hung up on me. Why are we getting this feedback?
I don't know.
Well, I think. Anyway, it's time for the national news, and here with that is Charles McCord. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, I-Man. He was known for his attacks, among other things, for his attacks on the news media, whom he called nattering nabobs of negativism at one point. Former Vice President Spiro Agnew, dead at the age of 77, died in a hospital in Ocean City, Maryland. Cause of death not yet released. Agnew was Richard Nixon's vice president, resigned in disgrace in 1973 after pleading no contest to tax evasion on more than $13,000, which investigators claimed were bribes that he had accepted.
Well, people were bringing paper bags full of money into the vice president's office there in the White House, wherever it is.
Do we have to remember the negativism about Mr. Agnew? It's at this particular moment. He made appeals.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. He made appeals to the common man. Speaking very much to you now that I think about it, I-Man. The silent majority as he railed against intellectuals and network television news.
A spirit of national masochism prevails, encouraged by an effete core of impudent snobs who characterize themselves as intellectuals.
Mr. Agnew dead at age 77. He leaves a wife and 4 children, yes.
William Southwell wrote all that stuff for him, and probably went over it with him. Explaining how to pronounce Nadering and those kinds of things.
Exactly.
Pusillanimous and whatever.
The pusillanimous pussyfooting was one. And he said, so another quote, when you've seen one slum, you've seen them all. Yeah. When he was talking about why he didn't go into the inner cities to what have you. The presidential...
Charming guy.
Yeah. The Presidential Debate Commission yesterday morning said no to Ross Perot, recommending Perot not be included in the series of upcoming presidential debates based on recent poll results, which suggested he has no chance of winning the 96 presidential election.
And Hal Raines is in the New York Times this morning. Well, we suspected Mr. Raines, who I have, by the way, enormous admiration and affection for.
Yes.
And am a somewhat of a fan of his kid who's in this blues band out of New Orleans. However, he's almost damp this morning. He's so upset.
Stop whining.
In the second editorial in this morning's New York Times, suggesting that this commission has made a grievous error here and should correct it as soon as possible and allow Ross to get in on this. Well, why? Well, because it helps Hal's guy.
Exactly.
Bill Clinton. So
sure.
That's where that's all at.
It's just another episode of water carrying by Mr. Raines for Mr. Clinton.
I would not be so disrespectful to refer to Mr. Raines as a Clinton butt boy, but we are rapidly approaching that.
Water carrier, at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bucket brigade there.
The Perot campaign itself is outraged, and plans legal action, according to Executive Director Platt Thompson.
People feel like the system has fought back. They are dealing with someone who is going to address real issues, someone who is going to take on the system, someone who's going to deal with problems that need to be dealt with today, and that the system has reacted by excluding that voice.
I think we should get a spokesman who sounds like someone other than a person who just lost their trailer in one of these tornadoes.
It's a twister.
Yeah. Well, I think in fairness, though, Ross Perot did almost set the agenda in '92 in talking about balancing the budget and those kinds of things, which no one was talking about at that particular time.
That's true.
So he did bring to the table some topics that folks wound up focusing on.
Broadened the forum.
Yeah. And we want him in only because it ruins everything for everybody.
Bob Dole's campaign, as you know, had pushed to exclude him, and so Mr. Dole thought the decision by the commission was a good one, and he's now urging Perot people to hop on the Dole-Kemp bandwagon.
I want to reach out to the Perot supporters, obviously. I'm not trying to suggest anything, but except that I'm going to reach out. I think we are the Reform Party. We've tried to demonstrate that to Mr. Perot, and I don't know what he'll do. Obviously, he'll have $29 million to do something with.
Well, Charles and I were talking about this last night. Here's how the Clinton campaign, there's nothing they do wrong and have done wrong so far in this campaign.
It's just all worked out perfectly.
And they have positioned themselves so that Bob Dole is like one of those bears in a shooting gallery, where you boing and he flips around and goes the other way and boing. I mean, it just
and cannot get out of the line of fire.
No, it just So now, so we have the Clinton people insisting that Perot be included in all of this, and even if he isn't, they at least can turn to the Perot supporters and say, well, we at least try to get your guy in, and Dole is put in a position of trying to appeal to the Perot voters while insisting that the little jug-eared psychopath be excluded from all this.
Little doofus that wouldn't even debate Dick Lamb.
So
they'll be able to spin it again, and certainly to their favor.
Yeah.
The latest polls indicate that Dole is narrowing the gap a bit. The latest CNN Gallup survey now shows the president's lead shrinking to 14 points. It was Gallup had him at 16 points a day or so ago, and down from a 23-point lead. And polling conducted September 11-13, and there was the ABC poll yesterday that suggested that it might be in single digits.
CNN doesn't have any credibility, so
it's the good.
Please don't quote their polls.
It's the Gallup people who work with CNN.
I'm interested in either the MSNBC poll or an ABC poll. They're credible. ABC's credible.
All right. Well, they got them 8 percentage points apart.
Oh, okay.
And today in California, Senator Dole will issue yet another challenge to the entertainment industry, urging industry officials to stop glamorizing drugs, and he will unveil his own anti-drug motto.
I talked to Bob Schieffer yesterday. He called me about a little matter that's off the record, and I said, why doesn't Phil Jones from CBS News simply just go to work for the Clinton campaign? Phil Jones is a disgraceful human being, isn't he?
Just admit that he has signed on.
But I mean, even Rita Braver, who's, you're not going to run into her at any Mensa meetings, but I mean, at least she makes well, in most cases, futile effort to be even-handed.
There's a gesture in that
direction. But Phil Jones makes no effort. And I'm surprised, frankly, that Dan Rather puts up with it. Isn't he the managing editor of the CBS? Well, of course he is.
Sure he is. Yep.
But Phil Jones is this bald-headed, milquetoast-looking stooge. I mean, it's just outrageous.
No, the I-Man called me a couple of nights ago. Screaming. Over a Phil
And,
Jones
normally
report.
I watch two newscasts and tape the other. So last night, or that night, I was taping Peter Jennings.
Yeah.
So I didn't have if I'd have had that Rather thing on tape, I'd have brought it in.
Yeah.
Phil Jones doing what Paula Jones wouldn't do.
Who do we know? That will be fine. Who do we know at CBS who will give us that tape? A lot of people.
Oh, everyone.
Okay, get me a tape of not last night's newscast.
Night before last.
But the night before. Get me that Phil Jones segment. His report on Bob Dole.
Right.
So absolutely, clearly biased that it was just disgraceful.
Mm-hmm.
He's a disgraceful little weasel.
Well, I'll confess, it does seem to be skewed from time to time.
And what's the point, Well,
I don't know. Well, I guess he does have a point, because he must have an agenda that he's supporting.
And then here's what's really sad is today, Senator Dole, and I love Senator Dole, but he now has a phrase.
Yep.
That he's going to reveal
his own motto
to a bunch of these hideous little drug addicts at some high school out in Southern California.
Along the lines of...
Just say... No.
Yeah, from Mrs. Reagan.
Just say, whatever. Heroin, smack, Panama Red, whatever.
Don't do it.
I was complaining about Apple Computer. We're trying to get a hold of David Teodosio from Apple, who's my Apple dealer. He sells other computers, too.
Do you know how little anybody cares about this, for crying out loud? People have all kinds of serious problems, and you can't get a computer to exactly suit the I-Man. Nobody gives a flying function, for crying out loud, about you and your computer and your limo problems. Nobody cares.
Imus, this ain't your mother's morning show.
First of all, I didn't always ride around in the limo, and nobody gave me the limo, by the way.
No.
Here we go.
No, he stole it.
I worked in underground copper and uranium mines. I used to go a mile underground there at Magma Copper in Superior, Arizona.
Magma Copper.
We'd settle for 6 feet.
An accident involving an overturned car. If you're heading to LaGuardia Airport, they are reporting scattered delays on both arrivals and departures. And southbound on the Henry Hudson Parkway, all lanes have been reopened on Broadway. That earlier flooding condition has been cleared up. A bad hair day, rain on and off this morning, very humid.
Arnie?
Cloudy, but rain-free this afternoon. The high about 66. Tonight, cloudy, back in the low 50s, and right now 55, lightly raining, and 96% humidity. This report's brought to you by Exxon Gasoline. The good news is Exxon Gasoline helps keep your fuel system clean. As for your garage, that's up to you. Put a Tiger in your tank. I'm Lori McNichol for the Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile Fan Highway Patrol.
Coming up, kids, Imus in the morning. 2020 sports.
2-2 to Berg. And here's Nomo, and he rears back and lets it go, and got him! A no-hitter by Hideo Nomo.
Just call him Hideo No-No. Good morning, Mike Fredwood Sports. Rick Monday with the call on KABC Radio. Nomo performed a feat at a place no one expected a no-hitter. Hitter-friendly Coors Field as the Dodgers beat the Rockies 9-0. Dante Bichette of the Rockies said Nomo confused him.
He's a unique pitcher where he's up and he's down. He's not in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
He sounds confused.
As many of the sneaks up on you.
Shouldn't he be playing hockey, Dante Bichette?
That's a good point, I-Man.
Yeah, well.
Okay. Dodgers lead in the West now, a game and a half, as the Padres lost last night to the Giants 9-7. Barry Bonds, the key, hit a home run, and Tony Gwynn upset that Bonds was pitched to. Gwynn ripped his manager, Bruce Bochy.
He's got 30, 40 bombs against us. He's got 100 ribbies already against us. Put him on.
Gwynn should be happy Bonds didn't have a fly ball, so we had to waddle after it to try and catch it, for crying out loud.
We're trying to hire a woman to perform on the Imus and Imus program who can...
I like the sound of that.
I'm talking about all of you. Who can write and perform comedy. And now let me just say this to you. If you are applying for this gig, a number of people have, don't send me a videotape of you performing at a comedy club. I'm not interested in that.
No. I'm at a strip club.
Yeah. And don't send me your impressions of Dr. Ruth and Carol Channing. I mean, I think we're past that.
Yeah, that's gone.
So a bikini shot.
Well, we just do the sports and be quiet.
Yanks and Orioles rained out. They'll play 2 on Tuesday. Also, Cardinals won, Astros lost, so St. Louis lead now 3.5. Jackie Joyner-Kersee, the great track star, she's going to be a pro basketball player. Jackie's going to play in the new American Basketball League, that ladies' league that starts in the fall, and Jackie can't wait.
Basketball has always been a love of mine, and in the days when I was playing, it wasn't as popular as it is today.
Should be fun to see Jackie Joyner boxing out those babes.
Beastie Girls.
That will be fine. It's 23 after the hour here in the Imus and Imus program. Well, I've been sold out again by another crummy reporter.
What happened?
This time, Peter Johnson, who writes Inside TV for USA Today, suggests that I said the following about Andrew Lack, the very fine, brilliant president of NBC News and the very capable executive producer of MSNBC, that I said maybe if Lack and Moosebutt Borman would stay out of the commissary at 30 Rock, they could get this MSNBC Imus in the Morning radio commercial synchronization straightened out. Well, that's clearly not what I said.
That is...
I said...
Hold it.
What?
That is exactly what you said.
I don't remember it that way. I remember saying...
I was sitting 2 feet from
that I thought Mr. Lack and Mr. Borman were doing a fine job.
You did not. You said if they'd stay out of the commissary, maybe they could get the thing straightened out. That's exactly what you said. Moosebutt Borman and that old nut, as you described him, Mr. Lack.
I love the fat. Well, they're both fat, you know. Did you know that?
Well,
they're both fat.
So what's wrong with that?
Well, they're just both fat. So.
You're ugly.
And you're a bald-headed nut.
Straight talk about hair restoration with Dr. L. Lee Bosley.
How natural is a hair transplant from Bosley Medical?
Now, in highly skilled hands, a hair transplantation can become virtually undetectable. Many of my patients have reported that even their own barbers or hairstylists are unable to detect that they've had hair restoration performed.
How dramatic are the results?
Some years ago, we here at Bosley Medical had a patient who had gone to his 10th high school reunion and had been voted the baldest man in his class. We restored his hair, and when he went to his 20th high school reunion, he was voted the man with the best head of hair in his class.
Don't wait another day to do something about your hair loss. Call 1-800-980-4300 now for this free guidebook and video from the Bosley Medical Institute. That's 1-800-980-4300. It could be one of the most rewarding calls you ever make.
The old adversaries and, and so on, and rivalries. Syria and Israel were even reported mobilizing some troops on their common border. We haven't heard that story in years. When you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there.
Who said that?
Thomas Friedman. Thomas Friedman.
No.
When you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there.
When was Tom Friedman last on, Bernie? Do you remember? It was recent. It was just where he was on from Tehran, right? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, week 1 of MSNBC.
And his New Jersey Nets. We're going to give New Jersey the kind of NBA ball.
There's another guy who you would never, if you see him on Washington Week in Review, you would never suspect that he has any sense of humor, would you?
No, sir. Absolutely not.
And Fred said, Fred
He's great.
Fred loves him.
Yeah. Oh, he was doing terrific here. Just terrific. As you were well aware.
Unbelievable.
To mess around.
By the way, I'm going to beat the hell out of that bald-headed little stooge Bob Raceman, too, when I get my hands on him.
That'll be interesting.
What, is he in a wheelchair now?
I'm not going to beat the hell out of anybody.
Well, of course not. I mean, you're talking about gum flap. God. Yeah, you're going to beat the hell out of who? Out of what? Mother Hale?
Spin City was absolute. I don't care what you say. It was dreadful.
That's cute.
Dreadful.
I thought it was cute.
Ugh.
Yep.
Something lame.
Yeah,
It's
lame.
so predictable and
Well, I
just
understand.
lame.
But I like it. I like Michael J.
At least Cosby was.
Had some grit.
Yeah, I mean, did you see? You didn't see Cosby, did you?
No, I did not.
Well, yeah.
Even your first 50 checks are free. Hey, look, honey.
But then it's Cosby, so maybe that has something to do with it. I'm sure it does. Don't you think?
I would suppose so. I'd suppose that's probably why he's in the thing.
Oh, well.
Hey, boy, you're stupid.
Boy, you're stupid.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Hometown, Pennsylvania. Car ran 166,000 miles. Never gave me an iota of trouble. I've changed oil every 3,000 miles. Has oil works like liquid ball bearings. It hasn't let me down.
I can't even read Frank Rich because I'm so disinterested. It just no. Thomas Friedman is just a terrific column.
Fred Graham is holding.
On a case of Performax 100 and Pep Boys. What a way to kick off the season. Gumouts just announced the Jet Spray Carbon Choke Cleaner, the most popular player in the gum.
Hey, what are you working on this weekend?
Kitchen countertops.
Oh, a very leaky faucet. Is that like a lot of tile? Actually, it's supposed to be a new bathroom floor. Hey, did you know Time Life's new complete kitchen and bathroom manual can show you exactly how to do that? Really?
Presenting Time Life's complete kitchen and bathroom manual. Examine it free for 15 days.
I was going to buy this new faucet for $50 when all I needed was this 50-cent washer and this.
Okay, and you're here for... new bathroom. That's big. So you must have a plan? No. Now you do.
Big Mac, large fries, and a Coke. Make it a supersize.
He will not rest until he finds the real killer.
Hello, is this Hooters? Do y'all take reservations?
O.J. Simpson.
I'd like a pina colada, and the lady will have whatever the hell I tell her she's gonna have.
Tirelessly searching for clues.
Hello, information. Do you know who killed my wife?
The run of his life. The People versus O.J. Simpson. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Let me ask you something. Do these slacks make me look fat?
It is 30 minutes past the hour here on the Imus in the Morning program. A little later this morning, Mike and a Mad Dog, the two most successful sports talk show hosts in the country. Mm-hmm. And they're on in the afternoon here on WFAN in New York, and they have the number one talk show in the afternoon in New York City. Fred Graham is a managing editor for Court TV, was a CBS law correspondent for years, and did yeoman duty for us.
Boy, did he
during the O.J. Simpson trial, because Mr. Graham was in Los Angeles and used to, well, he didn't get up. He would simply roll over at 4:30 in the morning, grab the phone, and talk to us, and he was marvelous, and here he is again.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Graham.
Well, good morning, Imus.
How are you?
Well, I'm fine, but you talk about a real injustice. The first trial where I was in Los Angeles was in downtown, lovely downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Finally, they get a trial where I would be staying at a hotel on the beach in Santa Monica, and the judge won't let cameras in, so I'm still here in New York.
Well, what the appellate court overturned some of Judge Fujisaki's, I love that name, Fujisaki's, they overturned some of his ruling yesterday regarding, what's that all about?
Well, they overturned a very little bit of it, and some of it was a bit much. I understand that Joe Bosco, who just wrote a book, about this, was all ready to hold forth on the talk show circuit, and because he had been mentioned as a witness, he found himself gagged. But
who is he now?
He's one of the characters who was there at the criminal trial and wrote a. He said all the time I was going to write. You may remember he wore one of these collars, Thomas collars, around his neck. He had hurt his neck, and he was very much on the scene. Anyway, he has written a book, and
I'm not clear what role he played in.
Oh, he didn't play any role, but he didn't know why he had even been put on a witness list.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't think he even knew he had been put on a witness list, but suddenly someone told him, and so that was a little far-reaching. That's one of the things about Judge Fujisaki. He apparently has a track record of sometimes coming on a little strong, and you could see it in some of the things he did. For instance, the ban on sketch artists. They're going to go in there and they're going to sit and concentrate and make this mental picture and then run out and they'll be doing the way Woodward and Bernstein used to do, scribbling their little drawings on the inside of matchbooks.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the way he wants to run his courtroom.
But now sketch artists are going to be allowed to do the sketches in the courtroom, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, well,
and then
it never made any sense.
Okay, then there's going to be a live audio feed to the press room.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is, will they, this is probably a stupid question, but it won't be the first one I ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Will you guys be able to broadcast that live or excerpts of it even? Or?
Well, I haven't seen the order. I would certainly doubt that the judge has that in mind. And I recall that I covered the DeLorean trial out there in Los Angeles a few years back. They did the same thing, but there was a rule that you could not broadcast it. And you better believe that everyone obeyed that rule, because the wrath of the judge would have come down on your head if you put up a little recorder and recorded a bit of that and put it on the air.
John DeLorean, the automobile manufacturer, who they had on videotape in a motel room at the airport with a coffee table piled high with cocaine, and he got off.
Well, I always thought he hadn't done what they accused him of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. How will you guys cover this at Court TV?
We will. Dan Abrams is out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope to get out there at some point. I think this is a fascinating trial, and I'm fascinated by what's going on, the comparisons between this and the criminal case. But for the most part, he's going to be out there doing it for Court TV. He will come out and several times during the day tell our listeners and viewers on Court TV what's going on in there, and then every evening we'll do a half hour in which he and others will talk about what happened that day.
Is Christine Jeanette Rivera, whatever her name is she or whatever, is she still working with you guys? Or?
No, she went with CBS.
I didn't know. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, didn't you see the story about? There was a story about. I will go into that. It's not on the subject. But anyway, she's left.
Oh, okay.
She's got a great job over there. She's doing the early morning anchoring.
Oh, okay. So you obviously I didn't know that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you started to get into something that you just don't want to get into, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you tell me off the air?
No. Don't trust you.
I don't care. Well, what's the difference now, just basically, for somebody like me who does not understand it, what is the difference between the criminal court case that we saw and this civil case in terms of, what they have to find in order to convict him and the makeup of the jury and all that, not the makeup of the jury, but the number of jurors who have to agree on a verdict and all that? Explain briefly that.
Well, actually, there may be some difference in the makeup of the jury. This is Santa Monica. It's primarily white, so there probably will not be a real domination of the jury by African Americans, but there will be, I would assume, some on the jury. And the thing that makes it look pretty hazardous for O.J. Simpson is that the jury does not have to find that he's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, but only by a preponderance of the evidence. That's 51%. And there's a lot of evidence out there against him. And of the 12-person jury, only 9 of the 12 have to agree. And then, of course, he will testify. He'll have to. He can't take the fifth because he's already been acquitted in this case. And you may recall, if you heard any of that, I heard you had a minute ago you had O.J. Simpson on tape there, but actually they had him really on tape, when he was interviewed by the detectives after he was arrested after these killings. And he wasn't all that persuasive. He didn't seem remorseful at all. He was too matter-of-fact about what was a tragic occurrence. So he may not be the charmer on the stand that people think he might be. But Imus, I remember this time in the criminal case, things looked very grim for O.J. Simpson. And look how it turned out. So that can happen again, I guess.
Well, I read in Time Magazine, I believe it was, the current issue of Time Magazine, that they had a moot court situation going on. And the plaintiff said, I guess, that would be the Brown family and the other folks, and conducted a mock trial, and that the jury wound up split in this mock trial they conducted, and it was along the blood evidence, and that they were either confused about the results of it or didn't believe in the veracity of it or whatever, so. Well,
I didn't read that, but the jurors in the first case weren't very impressed by it. You wonder why, because it shows that O.J. Simpson's blood was found at the scene of the killings and his finger was cut. Pretty strong evidence, but for some reason, because the DNA is cast in scientific terms, some people just blank out on it and can't come to grips with it. You know, there's one bit of evidence that may go into this case that didn't in the criminal case, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how the judge deals with it, because since the first O.J. verdict, the legislature of California passed a law which some wags might call the Nicole Brown Simpson law. It says that in spousal abuse cases, when the person has been killed, that if they left behind diary entries or notes or warnings that they had been brutalized and that they were afraid they were going to be killed by their spouse, that's admissible in evidence, even though it's hearsay. So that technically can come into this trial. And, you know, Nicole Brown Simpson did that. She kept some material in a safe deposit box.
Yeah, I heard somebody might even read from that diary.
Well, they would have to, obviously. She can't read. She can't read from it.
Even I can figure that out.
But you know, I think it's interesting. This is going to be interesting to watch, because it may be that as the trial starts out, because the judge has really limited O.J. Simpson's lawyers, they're not going to be able to play the race card. They're not going to be able to come down on Mark Furman. They're not going to be able to say that the entire Los Angeles Police Department is incompetent, and so those defenses are not going to be in this case, and it may begin to look as if the plaintiffs have a very, very strong case. And if that's true, then O.J. Simpson's major hope may be an appeal down the line.
We're talking with Fred Graham, managing editor of Court TV. Well, of course, they both have the right to appeal this, and so somebody made the observation, I think it was on MSNBC, Fred, made the observation that this thing that this trial could last into the next century.
Well, what I think the plaintiff side may start to do is to hold back from some of this dubious evidence. For instance, not have someone read from those diaries, even though the law says they could.
Oh, really?
Because further down the line, an appeals court might throw it out by saying that that's unconstitutional. Well, it'll be interesting to watch and see if that starts to happen.
O.J. doesn't have any money anyway, does he? IRS has got a lien against that hideous house of his in Rockingham, and so...
Well, I have always thought that what the plaintiffs wanted to do, particularly the Goldman family, is devastate him, to ruin him, and I think that they want to bankrupt him. And I read in the paper today where someone had a sign out there at the courthouse in Santa Monica yesterday saying something to the effect of bankrupt O.J. So I think it's the sort of psychological effect of that they're after.
Did you read Jeffrey Toobin's book, The Run of His Life?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
I liked it, and I found that it's really sobering. I was there, of course, virtually every day of the trial, and then to come around later and find out that there were these things going on that either went right past me or that I didn't know about. It's interesting, and it's a little bit sobering too.
I guess a couple of the most startling revelations in that book was that it was, in fact, at least according to Mr. Toobin, who I think you can safely say is a fairly credible guy, that it was Robert Shapiro who initially introduced this played this race card, or brought this issue to at least into play, and that both he and Johnny Cochran, of course, now this is before they took the case, and we're going around just a matter of factly acknowledging that they thought he was guilty of all this. And,
well, you know, one of the interesting things that I've seen in the last, say, 6 months is the extent to which people are saying in writing and otherwise that O.J. Simpson is a murderer. It's right on the front of Vince Bugliossi's book, you know.
Yeah,
calls him a murderer. And
he was a former L.A. DA who prosecuted the Manson case.
Yeah, and he says, O.J. Simpson got away with the murder. Chris Darden calls him a murderer and tells how he did it. Jeff Toobin comes pretty close to that. And, by the classic rules of libel, you would be here's a person who's been acquitted.
Yeah.
And I guess that their lawyers are telling them, look, here's someone who's got enough problems anyway, and if he sued you for libel, the jury would probably believe that what you said was true.
Well, of course, we understand our information tells us, Mr. Graham, that O.J. is very close. Motor oil starting today. That's what I'm talking about. Get Adjip motor oils at new car dealers, auto parts stores, and repair shops. Look for the trademark six-leg fire-breathing dog. No, it is not Hunter Thompson's house. It's a place you can buy Adjip, A-G-I-P, the motor oil that drives the world. Adjip available at Boulevard Quick Lube, 13007 Merrick Boulevard, Springfield Gardens. Adjip, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I meant.
Please, man, stop it.
That's what I'm saying.
Fine.
What I'm saying. God, shut up.
Really?
Just a mindless moron. All right, let me tell you all about the Nokia 232, this new cell phone deal. Well, it's about the size of my pen here. And no, it's a little fatter, of course. And it comes in a number of different colors. You can get a stylish wood grain. You can get your basic black. You can get a red, purple, blue, white. White would be the one you'd want, wouldn't it, Chuck? Go with that sheet of yours.
That's just stupid.
When you buy that expensive cell phone plan, babies, do not settle for a cheap phone. Get the one that's reliable and affordable as well, the Nokia 232. Crank up patent there, would you, Lou? And I'll cue you for it when I get ready here. The Nokia 232. I have one of them. And I'm able to make telephone calls on it successfully.
There you go. What more do you need?
You don't need nothing more. It'll fit right in the shirt pocket of your Autobody Express denim work shirt or your Autobody Express Stonewash denim Texas jacket. So you get the Nokia 232. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm looking for a home equity loan. And I'm looking for a bank to give me a good deal on one. I mean, frankly, I deserve it. It's my home we're talking about. My home.
I'm going to talk about Conan O'Brien here.
So don't talk to me about any high rate.
You ever seen his show?
Yes. Long time ago.
Well,
and frankly, I did not think it was good.
Well,
it's been a long time.
Which is much better.
Why should I pay closing costs again?
My only point about Conan O'Brien is the following. That he always, from day one, to me, seemed like a sweet kid.
Oh, no question. I just didn't think it was very funny.
Nice guy.
I didn't think it was funny, but that was early on.
He's got that annoying laugh.
He seemed ill at ease.
I know.
I think that's
much
what.
Better. He's much better.
I mean, early, but that's what I guess bothered me.
He's much better. But they beat him up. They just beat him up. It was horrible.
I know. And now he's
crucified. Now he's on the cover of your Rolling Stone.
Coming to his home. Which is terrific because I think he is probably a very nice guy.
No, I'm going to talk.
Investigation of an earlier accident. And eastbound on the Staten Island Expressway, you're bumper to bumper from Todd Hill
Connie Chung
to Verrazano. Westbound on the Cross Bronx, expect to slow down from Westchester Avenue to Jerome Avenue, and that's because of a disabled tractor trailer.
Yeah,
humid and
just
rainy
nothing
this
going
morning,
on.
cloudy this afternoon. The high about 66, tonight cloudy, going down to the low 50s, and at the moment it's 55 degrees, lightly raining, and 96% humidity.
Oh, man.
Very sticky.
Yeah.
This report's brought to you by the New York Times. From the NFL to the FBI, it's all part of the Times. Pick up a copy, or for 7-day delivery, call 1-800-NYTIMES. That's 1-800-NY-TIMES.
Yeah.
I'm Lori McNichol for the Beltlantic 9X Mobile Fan Highway Patrol.
It is 10 minutes till the hour here in the Imus and Imus program, and Charles and I were talking during the commercial break about Conan O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked Charles if he'd seen his Conan O'Brien show lately, and Charles said no, but when he did see it, he didn't think it was very good. But
early on.
But that was some time ago.
Yes, it was.
Well, and Conan O'Brien now, the ratings on, and as a matter of fact, the ratings, for whatever they mean, and they're a little more accurate for television than they are for radio, his ratings had never been horrible.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So anyway, now he's on the cover of your Rolling Stone.
I know he has come into his own.
And they beat him up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, and my only point to Charles was I don't know Conan O'Brien, but I always got the feeling that he was a very sweet guy.
Yep, very genuine and sincere fellow. You're right.
And very bright. Very bright.
He just seemed ill at ease.
Yes, he did.
Early on, admittedly.
Yes. He still has. He's much better. My only point is, I guess my point is, I'm happy that they're not beating him up anymore.
And he is succeeding. I'm glad for it. Yeah. Sure.
So that's our only point. We don't.
Absolutely.
We don't know Conan O'Brien. We're not going to know him.
I got him on the program.
We're not going to be on his program, or he's not going to be on this program. My only point is that I just got the feeling early on that he was just a nice fellow.
I don't think it was ever that was never in dispute.
Has Arsenio Hall kicked Jay Leno's ass yet, by the way?
No, that didn't work out for Arsenio, who, by the way, is a schmuck. You know. But anyway, another guy I like is this Jon Stewart guy. I don't know what happened to him. He used to have a talk show on MTV that was a scream.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Good.
Oh, it was good, wasn't it?
Very good. Funny.
It's a scream.
And what happened?
I don't know.
No.
Now he's going to do something for Letterman, who is not funny. So it's tedious.
Congratulations, Conan, though. And
well, we like him. We just want to be on record here for whatever it's worth. We just in the Conan O'Brien column. Not that we were never not in the Conan O'Brien column.
No,
we were not one of the people beating him up.
I'd like to see in the obituary column.
And the guy with him is sidekick, whatever his name is, Andy. He's amusing as well.
Very affable fellow.
Fatty.
Well, why did we have to go there?
The fat guy.
Well, okay.
Nobody knows his name. He's the fat guy with Conan.
I understand that, but I mean, don't you think that's hurtful for him?
Fine.
It's like referring to you as a bald-headed stooge.
Which I get every morning, every half hour, every 10 minutes, as a matter of fact.
And what do I get? I get wrinkled up old skunk.
Wrinkled up old Dinkleberry, yeah.
That's what you want. All right, here now, Imus and Washington's senior political advisor, the late General George S. Patton.
At ease, as you were. Welcome to today's ears-only update on the Clinton administration's latest attempt to box in Saddam Hussein, or as it is officially dubbed by my army, Operation Desert Cup. Since the Gulf War ended in 1991, Saddam Hussein has been unrelenting in his effort to ooze out from under the constraints imposed on him by the United States and whatever allies we have left. Today, people, inexplicably, this goat-humping psychopath has apparently been joined in his efforts by the United States. Have you ever, in this or any lifetime, and I've had several, as you know, seen anything so unutterably screwed up as Bill Clinton dealing with a military matter? No, you haven't. Remember the pansies in the barracks matter? After which drill instructors could never again issue the command, to the rear, march? Of course you do. Pathetic. Equally without explanation is the American public's continuing response to this pantload's ineptitude. As with each miscalculation, with every misstep, you idiots out there shower the oaf's saggy butt with another precinct load of slobbering bootlicker kisses. Yes, the same sort that Dick Morris, the vicar of values, showered in the shoes of Sherry, the eavesdropping whore. Pitiful. And each time the inevitable result seems to be that the Gallup people instantly declare that this hick now has the highest job approval rating for a public servant since Mother Teresa started dipping out goulash to anemic dotheads in New Delhi. The latest miscalculation was a particular affront to you people and to me. The announcement that 5,000 of us would be shipping out for Kuwait to knock a few towels off a few sandy noggins. Well, are we going or aren't we? You tell me, people. Although the latest dispatches now say that the Emir of Kuwait, distinguished from the rest of the population by a nicer towel, now says we can send over 3,000 of you people. 3,000? Where does that leave the rest of our beautiful xenophobic fighting force? After all, what are we trained to do?
Sir, we're trying to kill, sir.
I can't hear.
Imus in the morning.
Why?
Well, what are you going to do?
You said before, man.
Yeah, what happened?
Your life was awful tame.
Look out.
I took you to a nightclub and a hoe. Man, knew your name. So I'm reading Art Buchwald's memoir. I'll Always Have Paris or something it's called. That will be fine. Mr. Buchwald will be here tomorrow.
What's he going to do, smack me?
Well, I don't know, but it's a wonderful memoir, but it's not funny. It's very poignant.
Oh, I see. Ooh. A little bit melancholy and what have you?
Yeah,
okay.
It is.
Huh.
But it's a lovely book. It's
not that sharp Buchwald humor that we're all used to, right? Darn.
Huh. It's a marvelous book.
Well, okay.
He's a little doofus can write. You know that?
Oh, absolutely. Certainly can. Little
well,
doofus?
You would know that by these hideous columns of his, which I've never thought were funny.
Oh, yeah.
But this book is wonderful. God. He wrote a book called Leaving Home, which covered the first part of his life, Art Buchwald. And now he's got this other book that covers the period when he was in Paris. He was in Paris for 14 years.
A period that I frankly had been wondering about.
Well, it's a wonderful book, I'm telling you. It really is. I mean, it's...
Well, I'm sure it is, man.
Because he just met and knew everybody, you know.
Son of a gun.
Out there hanging with... Well, you just don't care, do you?
Not even a little bit.
Well, would you call that moron over there at MSNBC, Borman? Do you think that they could put together some promos for this program that would make somebody might want to watch it? Could that be is that a possibility?
You mean one's excluding your face?
Well, whatever. They have whatever is necessary.
One's
with 4. I'll get right on it.
With Laura Ingraham on them.
Yeah. Now you're talking.
You really are disgraceful.
Hello? What do you mean?
Well, I mean...
she's a snappy...
yes.
Come on. Info babe.
Be some sort of... Bo? Yeah.
You know what? You're just disgraceful, aren't you?
In what respect?
Well, I mean...
is she pretty or is she not?
Yes,
well,
she's an attractive woman, but that's not why she's on the program.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
She's a babe. That's why she's being catapulted into her fame, is because she's an attractive conservative female,
Absolutely.
a rare commodity, like a black conservative. She looked like some snaggletooth witch. She wouldn't be on TV.
That's just... Well... There's not even a response to that.
She was some feminist.
You are a Neanderthal goon.
Who's a goon?
It's coming up on 3 minutes after the hour. We'll get to all the news at Mike and the Mad Dog. Ross Perot, who's pretty exercised over being bumped out of this debate thing, and all that stuff is coming up.
Going.
National news coming up here in just a little bit. Mike and the Mad Dog, these who host a sports talk show on WFAN in New York, and it is the most successful sports talk show in America.
The premier show.
Yeah. And we'll talk to them about sports and other stuff and see where they're coming from.
Good.
And you'll get a sense of what their deal is.
Teamster Radio.
Well,
Sanitation Man Radio.
Yeah.
Dog Vinny from Queens is right. You're a retard.
That's on Fruit Loops here in the Average Morning Program. And Ross Perot weighs in on being excluded from this debate situation. Also some Beavis and Bob Dole and a little Delbert McClinton. We'll talk with Fred Imus as well. And coming soon to Santa Fe, New Mexico, the Auto Body Express on Canyon Road, which is like the Rodeo Drive of Santa Fe.
Exactly.
It's a huge deal. And
boutique time for the I Brothers.
Yeah. Ann Mullen is on her way. Ann Mullen, the decorator, is on her way there now. To
scurrying. An emergency trip.
To buy $3,000 couches to put in there.
Exactly. That you paid $30 for it.
Put Auto Body Express polo shirts on.
There you go.
By the way, call Fred this morning and get one of these polo shirts exactly like this, and it's got the color-coordinated buffalo on it, like the black polo shirts, because they're great collars that stand up and they don't roll over on you and stuff.
Yeah.
And the black polo shirt is they're fabulous. Got that little red buffalo on it.
Great looking stuff.
Great, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it honestly is.
You can call Fred at 1-800-272-1957, and they're open right now in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's time now, however, for the national news, and with that, Charles McCord. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, I-Man. Headline stories: former Vice President Spiro T. Agnew, outspoken conservative, loved bashing the media before he resigned in disgrace, has died. He was 77 years old, hospitalized in Ocean City, Maryland. Officials would not release any information about the cause of death. Mr. Agnew gained fame for his colorful language, nattering nabobs of negativism. One quotable quote: also was known for his attack, as mentioned, on the news media, especially the network news.
The for the majority of American students the majority for their country. The sinlessness of the Bible rather than the exception on the American campus.
Agnew long nursed a grudge against Richard Nixon, felt he sold him out in hopes of lightening his own Watergate difficulties, but he did go to Richard Nixon's funeral. Said at the time, I decided after 20 years of resentment to put it all aside.
Wonder if Nixon will go to... Well, obviously, no, he won't, will he?
Good.
He might, now that I think about it. It's not a bad idea. Ross Perot supporters nursing some resentment this morning after a decision by the Commission on Presidential Debates that the Reform Party candidate be excluded from the upcoming forums because recent poll results that show Perot has virtually no chance of winning the presidential election. No chance. To which Perot campaign executive director Platt Thompson said it is undemocratic.
People are wondering if we're living in a banana republic. People are wondering
exactly how far this is going to go before the will of the people is going to be fulfilled.
The Perot campaign planning legal action. The Clinton campaign says it will appeal the decision, insisting Perot be included in at least one debate. Bob Dole wants to debate President Clinton one-on-one, wanted no part of Perot.
Yeah.
The president was asked if he's afraid to go one-on-one with Mr. Dole.
Oh, I'm not afraid of any debate. I'm not afraid of any debate.
The Clinton and Dole campaigns will meet again today to try to iron out dates for the debates and without Mr. Perot.
Well, here's what the juggy little psychopath had to say about all of it.
Now, clawing till his fingernails are bloodied at anything that has even the most remote chance of bringing him credibility, political gadfly, grassroots presidential candidate, third-party reformer, H. Ross Perot.
Debate me, Larry. I'm going to debate somebody or know the reason why. What do you want to argue about? Just lay it out. Throw it right out there on the table and let me show these silly bastards at that bipartisan debate commission what they're making America miss out on. Did you see this here ruling? Did you? Answer me.
Yes.
It says right here that Clinton and Bob Dole have no obligation to include Perot in any debates they have because I don't meet the criteria for participation. Well, Larry, if Clinton and Dole don't have an obligation to cut me in, then I'd like to know just who the hell does. Are we living in a democracy or in some tin-horn dictator country, Larry? Got a hell of a sucking sound going on, and it's that fat pantload out of Arkansas and Lefty from Kansas sucking up to those self-appointed arbiters of argument who I bet they paid off to kick my scrawny but richer than Jesus hind end out of this deal. It's sad and simple, Larry. Sad and simple. A lot like you, now that I think about it. I am flat pissed, Larry. I know. Perot don't usually sink to that kind of talk, but there ain't no other way to put it. What do they mean I don't fit the criteria? Who's drawing up the rules here? Sounds like Saddam Hussein, if you're asking me. Sounds like we're looking at one of them fake-a-loo goat humper elections. I got a couple of charts and 4 infomercials on it, Larry. Can you see this? Where's the camera? Okay, now you decide if I ought to qualify. Had my own pollsters working on this because, frankly, I think that Gallup fella and the rest of them are a bunch of shysters. Now, this here we call, let's see if I can read it. The Perot PP poll. Stands for Perot plebiscite, Larry. Now, right here, represented by my traditional icon of a drooping pecker. I always use a pecker symbol there in my charts. Grabs the people, you know.
Fine.
Anyway, this here slumping pecker represents my current poll numbers. Admittedly, not quite up there where we want them to be yet. 5%. But, Larry, balancing that off, look at this chart. This here's your pecker erector. Look at that bad boy. Sticks up like a Russian cosmonaut pining for Shannon Lucid, don't it? And that represents the fact that me and Pat, what's-his-name, are going to be on the ballot in all 60 states, Larry. And that sure as hell qualifies me to debate somebody, don't it? Don't it? Answer me. Well, and you know who, Larry? Do you? Sure you do.
No, I don't.
I'll tell you who it is.
Vincent the Chin Gigante.
That's right.
And Stuttering John.
Stuttering John, right, exactly. I know you's on my side. Now let's get out there, put our noses to the proper people's backsides, and get this thing turned around. Here's your soundbite.
Right.
You gotta let us in, if just to watch us fidget. The boy who needs a shave and the big-eared pea-brain midget. Bandwagon's pulling out of the station, Larry. Fall under it. And much obliged for having me on your show.
Ross Perot here on the on the I'm a program. It is 11 after the hour. Hal Raines, who, I guess we can safely assume writes the editorials, most of them, certainly is the editorial page editor for the New York Times.
Yes.
Is damp and exercised this morning.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Perot's not going to be included in this. Because I have enormous respect and admiration for and affection for Mr. Raines.
Yes.
We're not going to characterize him in the with the unfortunate appellation butt boy, Clinton butt boy.
Panty sniffing butt boy.
Yeah, but
Gunga Den maybe, but not.
but man,
but not butt boy.
He's there in the bucket brigade, isn't he?
He certainly
Or
is.
The bucket brigade,
Leading it.
Whatever.
Bob Dole trying to talk about drugs.
Speaking of that, we have a couple of cuts from Mr. Dole.
Well, let's hear this.
He had a little difficulty.
Okay, well, kind of a Tom Brokaw moment.
Well, yeah, the former senator repeating his anti-drug theme during a campaign appearance in California yesterday. Here's how that went.
As the leader of the greatest nation on earth, I will give you an administration that sends one clear, consistent moral message. There is right and there is wrong, and drug use is wrong, period. Drug use is wrong, period.
Oh, come on. See, if he would just stop that repeating the last 4 or 5 words, that would have been fine. But no. And he went on then, blaming President Clinton for an increase in drug use by teens.
There are over 1 million more children using drugs today than the day Bill Clinton was elected. Think about that. That's a big number. Over 1 million more children using drugs today than the day Bill Clinton was elected. And we can do better. That's enough kids to fill every football stadium in America.
So twice when he sought to repeat the phrase, the second time didn't come out.
Sounded like an idiot.
Should have just dropped it.
Just not slick like the pig in the White House, that's all.
That will be fine.
But he'd do a great job.
He is the president. Yes, he would be a great president. But he's a horrible candidate. Well, not to take the administration's line here.
That'd be so unlike you.
But it seems to me to be a stretch to blame drug use on whoever's in the White House.
Sets the tone, baby. Bully pulpit. Come on, get real.
If it declined, they take the credit.
Well,
certainly. First to take the credit. Jump right out in front of that. Whatever.
Okay. And this big reduction in crime across the country, these statistics they are continue to cite ad nauseum, are mostly reflected in the reduction in crime in New York City. That impacts on those national figures. Did you know that?
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact, man. So
we have Rudolph Giuliani, and the other guy used to be the police commissioner. I forget his name now, but
William Bratton.
It's not like he didn't try to get his name in the press enough either, by the way.
Yeah.
Dick Bratton, or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
What was his name?
William
Bratton. I didn't even know what his name was.
William Bratton.
He had 5 PR agents, and we can't remember his name.
Yeah.
So, wound up on the cover of Time magazine, and we don't know who it was. Well, anyway, go ahead.
The Republican candidate, Mr. Dole, today, will make another speech aimed at the entertainment industry and for glamorizing drugs and castigate them. And he will unveil his own anti-drug slogan, which we don't know, exactly what it is yet, but it's said to be similar to Nancy Reagan's. Just say no.
Why? Whose idea is this?
Well, maybe it'll be
slogan, just a lame slogan, like a Bruce Willis movie. I mean, doesn't anybody understand that it's just not happening? Just don't do it.
Well, it's coming out. Whatever.
Just say, whatever. Heroin, whatever.
Oh,
God. Whatever.
And Bob Dole's former campaign, well, I don't know if we have time to get into that yet or not.
Briefly.
Campaign volunteer Roger Stone went on ABC's Good Morning America yesterday to deny he and his wife Nikki are swingers. Vehement denials stunned the editor of the National Enquirer, which allegedly has amassed more damaging evidence is going to come out, including a canceled check from Stone to a swingers magazine and a videotape of wife Nikki at a 1993 swingers convention in a leather domination outfit, and for which Nikki won the prize for best female costume.
Yeah. Well,
so So that's his vehement denials are against that. So
he
still says he's the victim of political dirty tricks.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Sure.
Mike and the Mad Dog are coming up. Coming up on Imus in the Morning on the road with Mad Dog Russo outside Will Clark's hotel room.
Open up, Will! You're my thrill! Oh, no, it's that little fruit from New York, Russo.
Coming up on Imus in the Morning.
My main man! My main man! Imus in the Morning!
How do you like that? A rainout causes controversy. Good morning. Mike Brain with Sports. John Sterling, the call on WABC Radio. Yanks and Orioles, first place versus second place, all set last night in the Bronx, but it rained all day. However, umpires decided to give it a try, and that didn't even last an inning, and the Yankees were upset, saying the conditions made it dangerous for the players.
Is your kid home?
General Manager Bob Watson furious with the umpire's decision.
I think that was the worst officiating that I've seen in a long time.
Watson maintaining it should never have started, and he certainly sounds angry.
That was Bob Watson.
General Manager New York Yankees, and quite upset. Also from baseball last night, they did play in Denver. Hideo Nomo of the Dodgers throws a no-hitter at Coors Field. Dodgers beat the Rockies 9-0 after the no-no. Nomo spoke through an interpreter. He
said that he's very proud that he threw a no-hitter and that he hopes it results in him getting some serious booty tonight.
Nomo's first no-hitter as a major leaguer, also the first at Coors Field as well. Pro basketball player Charles Oakley staying busy in the offseason. The power forward from America's team opening a new 24-hour car wash in Yonkers, New York. That, of course, the birthplace of Bernard McGurk.
The New York Knickerbockers are not America's team.
The Oakman will be at the car wash today from noon till 3, helping washing the automobiles. The car wash features state-of-the-art machines, quick detailing, and a cappuccino bar as well for those waiting around. Should be something extra special.
Sounds like something I man. I'll take that Jeep up there and get it.
Chuck perhaps can take his roles.
Yeah.
Why not? Run it through those machines. Yeah.
And news from the NFL just gets worse for poor Boomer Esiason. Of course, struggling with the Jets last couple of years. Now it's announced when Arizona plays at New Orleans this week, Boomer will be benched. After a rough outing this past weekend, Kent Graham will get the start for the Arizona Cardinals. And that's sports. I'm Mike Breen.
Well, Boomer should have packed it in, shouldn't he? He's an attractive guy, and he could be
on TV right now.
He could be on television.
Could be on MSNBC.
He could be your guy. He could do sports with you. He could be your color guy.
I have a great color guy.
Who is it?
Bill Moss.
That's the guy yesterday who you said was so stupid.
The gay guy?
That he barely knew which teams were playing.
He'd be great on the show.
I imagine he would. On this show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's coming on.
Hey, Bob, no, why the long face? You gotta be used to those opinion polls by now.
Well, it's not just the disappointing numbers, Beavis. Bob Dole doesn't have a campaign song anymore.
What happened to that lame old Dole Man thing you were using? That was perfect for you, because it was like 80 years old.
Bob Dole's campaign was being sued for royalties by the original songwriters, Beavis.
Sam and Dave were hitting you up for money?
No. Isaac and Dave. Isaac Hayes, that colored fella who wrote the theme from Shaft. Bob Dole's not happy, I'll tell you that.
So you saying that Isaac Hayes is a bad motherfucker?
Hush your mouth.
Well, I'm just talking about Isaac Hayes.
Then Bob Dole can dig it.
Well, we gotta get you a new campaign song, but you need something that's like from this century.
Bob Dole's hip to your jive, Beavis. Bob Dole wants the MTV generation to rock the boat, or whatever.
How about Alanis Morissette? Isn't he moronic?
Nope, no good, Beavis. She's Canadian. How about something from that bald black kid with the tattoos, that six-pack or whatever?
It may be a little late for that.
Well, of course, the I-Man probably should be trying the case as much as he knows about it.
Yeah. What's the matter? There's no judges named Smith out there in California?
Fujisaki's a great name.
Fujisaki! God.
It's great to have a friend like the team.
Toshio Fujisaki.
Canada, I get to do more of what I
Well,
like to do best. Tom.
Enrollment required. AT&T, your true choice.
so what are we going to talk about, you guys?
Let us kill Steinbrenner about this. Well, let us kill the umpires about this stupid game last night. Don, whatever you want to talk about. Politics, Iraq, we're well versed.
Why don't we?
Whatever you want. Right? I'll give you a prediction on the election. What? I'll talk to you about Dole.
Fred could make a...
Talk about Clinton.
You know, that's sad. That's those Dole cuts you played this night. Why did you do that?
Dole's doing well.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. Well, because that's what he had to say.
Bernie, don't I look handsome on TV?
And $3,000 cash back.
What's that, Mikey?
Don't I look handsome on TV?
Now's your once-a-year chance to
You look like a whale.
Oh, that's very
Oh,
nice.
here we go, Bernie. You know, I tried to throw out an olive branch. Okay? I'll tell people you and D'Amato are to the right of Mussolini.
We're talking with Ted,
Bernie's writing his stuff in there already. Yeah. I don't sound like Sylvester Stallone.
Wait till the mics open up, all right, Mikey?
How much before are we going to be here? It's all going to be.
I got it right here. Ted is apparently telling us.
What, you got to write it down? You got to write the stuff down now? You get a little senile?
Okay.
What I'm writing down has nothing to do with you.
Evidently something
He's not even lunch order.
PB&J. Well, I'm reasonably sure that's the
Well, Chuck.
Yeah, man.
Trans World Airlines. We're up to something good.
There's a bit of a contradiction in the term.
Is that Bartlett? Hey, Eddie Scazzeri's here. Eddie. Got a hell of a show going there.
Is that Bartlett up there with the sunglasses? On the right?
No. It's Wolfman Jack.
Oh, that's Wolfman, yeah.
Do you know that this is the first time?
Oh, that is Wolfman. Yeah.
Don, it's the first time we have ever appeared on your program.
Who's in the middle?
Together. Chuck. Ever.
That I don't know.
And we all.
It's always fun to get to know baby animals.
You never know what they're gonna do. That's why your kids and you too will love watching Bonkers for Babies, exclusively from Time Life Kids.
One of the greatest pleasures in life is watching a child do what it does best, frolic around.
That's why your family will love Bonkers for Babies, specially priced at only $4.99. It's your first Zoo Life video, and it's not available in stores. Every Zoo Life video is packed with lots of animals and lots of fun. And if you order by credit card now, you'll get animal bloopers free.
You're going to see some of the funniest, craziest moments of my travels from around the world. Oh, gosh.
So go Bonkers for Babies. Call now.
There's no doubt in my mind that animals feel love.
To order your Bonkers for Babies video, call 1-800-463-7788. Use your credit card and get animal bloopers free, or send $4.99 plus $3.49 shipping to this address.
Imus in the morning.
And said something about Geraldo Rivera. Then Geraldo, of course, freaked out and he wants to fight everybody.
Yeah.
And every time Rivera fights anybody, every time he gets in one of these charity boxing matches or something, and fights some stockbroker, the stockbroker beats the hell out of him.
He gets his butt kicked.
Yeah, so. All right, we would like to welcome now to the Imus in the Morning program Mike Francesa and Chris Russo, Mike and the Mad Dog, who conduct a sports talk show on WFAN here in New York, and it is the single most successful sports talk show in the country. That's fair to say that, isn't it?
Premier entity in that area.
And it's the number one program here in
Boy, he's sucking up to us, isn't he, Mike?
Please be quiet. Let me finish my introduction here.
Way to warm him up.
And at one time, they both did Breen's job on this program, right? Mm-hmm. They both did sports, and then somebody decided to put them together, and they called them Mike and the Mad Dog. Because Mad Dog is his nickname that Russo has. It was given to him by Bob Raceman of the New York Daily News. Isn't he the guy who named you that?
And, of course, promoted by you.
Oh, please don't suck up to me. So,
Don, we both started on your program. You're the one responsible for this program.
Absolutely.
And Mike used to be a analyst on CBS television.
Very good one.
Doing... Yes, he was.
With an uncanny ability to nutshell the essentials of whatever he was talking about in 15 very meaningful
8 seconds at 6:20 on a Saturday afternoon.
That's all I got, 8 seconds.
Well,
more than you've ever had. And he shows out of his garage on Sports Channel. Reminds me a little of this program, as a matter of fact. MSNBC.
Mike, the cable show on MSG wasn't exactly Bill Cosby either, if you get my drift.
Anyway, Francesa has this great gig on CBS Sports with Pat O'Brien and that wuss Jim Nance.
Yep. Oh, I like Jim Nance. Come on.
I'm sure you do.
I do. He's a nice guy.
Well, how about Pat O'Brien?
Nice guy, Pat.
Okay, Pat O'Brien's a single phony.
Oh, he is a phony.
Oh, God. I mean, there's nobody phony. Isn't he?
Oh, he really is.
Mike hated him, bro.
He is. He's clever, but he's phony. Oh, boy.
Anyway, and then Mike had a tantrum and wouldn't do something they wanted him to do.
That is true.
And so now they got rid of him. So how are you two?
We're fine, Don. How are you?
Good. Should they have played that Yankee game last night?
What a disgrace, huh? I mean, I blame the umpires. You have to blame Steno. Now, all of a sudden, Steinbrenner running around Yankee Stadium last night saying, it wasn't my idea. I wanted the gates closed, blah, blah, blah. This game should never have been played. The whole thing was a disgrace. Mike, the whole thing was a joke. And blame Joe Brinkman, the umpire, as well.
And I had to stay there in a rain delay for 3 hours with talk. I mean, I was with him 9 hours yesterday, Don. It's a little much.
You guys broadcast your show out there.
Yeah, we did for 5 hours yesterday, and then I had to sit with him for 3 more hours. I mean, enough's enough.
So you're rooting for the Yankees?
Mike cleared out the press box. There's not that many seats when he's in there. I guarantee you that.
Oh, right to the fat joke.
Fat joke.
All right. There was a long period of time. Not that it would make any difference. I want to make that clear. But we all here at the radio station thought that Mad Dog was a homosexual, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
What do you mean, thought?
But
because he got married and changed it.
And I thought it was very enlightened of the radio station not to discriminate against because the radio station having nothing to do with Infinity Broadcasting, which is trying to correct that. But the local radio station here in New York egregiously discriminates against blacks, as you know, and women.
It does?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
How many blacks do we have on the air here at this radio station? None.
Zippo.
Oh, we have a couple. Bill Daughtry.
Bill Daughtry's not black. I'm blacker than Bill
Not
Daughtry
as black
is.
as Greg Gumbel and Brian Gumbel.
That's exactly right. He's about as black as Chris Darden.
Some brothers.
What a surprise, Bernie knocking a black guy.
I'm trying to help my brothers out. They call me Funkmaster Bernie, yo.
So you're for the Yankees and you're not?
No, Mike is down on the Yankees as well. This is one we agree
I
with.
like the Yankees. I can't stand Steinbrenner.
Well, what difference? He's not playing. What
I
do you?
know, but he's just a pain in the
Mike, you're talking about as far as rooting in the American League East. That's what you talking about last night. Mike, who all of a sudden now is a Yankee fan, who loved the Mets before the season started, posts for Isringhausen and Paul Wilson, and now all of a sudden he's on a Yankee bandwagon because the Yankees have obviously been in first place all year. Yet, of course, right now, Mike, they're in a big El Fodo scenario, 12-game lead on July 28th. Now it's down to 3.
I heard you played last week, 3 and a loss, 20 to go. So now, Don, it's still 3 and a loss. Don't worry about it. I heard you repeated that about 45 times.
But, I don't remember you being a Yankee fan earlier.
That's a
I've
good
been
point,
a Yankee
Don.
fan all my life, Don. How would you know? You don't even know who the Yankees are.
Of course I do.
Let's get back to Fred Graham. Wasn't he great this morning? Exactly what time did he have the aneurysm?
That's cool. We're talking.
Which one's OJ?
We're talking with
Didn't
Mike
know
and the
about
Mad
the
Dog.
sketches. That was awful.
Mike and the Mad Dog radio program. It's broadcast on WFAN in New York.
And Don, it's an honor to be here on MSNBC.
Well,
how does it work? 3 years MSNBC, 2 years CNBC, then maybe NBC? You won't live long enough.
And Don killing you and me in all those years, me doing Sports Channel, Mad Dog Live, a very, very hit program.
Well,
you, of course,
it was 8 shows.
16, but that's okay.
Let me defend myself in that we are not trying to do a television show
That's
as you two as you two morons have done on various occasions.
Mike's obviously had breakfast already.
Got that blood sugar up, yeah.
And in honor of the parent company GE, in there we have a light bulb with ears.
Hey, Mike.
What's the deal with the Jets? What's that all about? Huh?
Mike's lunch pail is.
Let's talk about the Jets.
Well, you know what? Here's where Mike is totally out of line.
All right.
Oh, wait, what am I out of line for?
A week and a half ago, he's killing Keyshawn Johnson, who got that first touchdown. He celebrated. Keyshawn, who's going to be a great wide receiver. The place was dead. Jets were down 14-0. Mike, a Patriot fan. Chris Slade had an interception. Thought he got tackled, left the ball on the ground and celebrated, and Buffalo recovered the fumble. Oh, baby.
Like the audience. Dog, like the audience, you already lost Don.
He laughed for a change.
He laughed at the old baby. He's thinking, what a dope.
Are you done?
Well,
Don, how high is it? What is that kind of chair is that, Don?
well, it's this chair.
You're
What
propped
kind
up like a guy in a home with that chair.
What kind of
Look
chair
at the
is
back
this?
of it.
It's orthopedic.
It definitely is. Does it come with a neck brace, that chair?
No. Bernie, they weren't supposed to be here to pick on me, were they?
It's not in the script.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyway, Keyshawn last week celebrated.
back to that,
He had a chance too. It was good for Keyshawn. The place was dead. Everything else. And Mike went on the air on Monday, basically killing Keyshawn Johnson.
I agree with you about Keyshawn.
Keep
Oh,
the
you guys
helmet
are
on,
both
would
nuts.
you please?
What?
He
come
throws a tantrum in the end zone. And you know what Dog tells me? It pumped up the team. It was good for the team. They didn't score another point the rest of the game. It really did a lot for the team.
How did it pump him up?
Well, what do you know about football, Don? Come on.
Well, I know this. He can't be some earring wearing nitwit, and the team's down by 14 points, and he lucks out and scores a
Don,
touchdown.
the place was-
And then he's doing the boogaloo in the end zone. What is that all about?
Don is right.
Oh, you lay. Oh, you hate him for
Don
God's sake.
is
Who you
right.
talking about?
Keyshawn or Don?
Both.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, the Jets and Giants play this weekend, and by the way, that will be on Fox Television. I guess who's doing a play-by-play? Mike Breen.
Mike Breen was a great sportscaster.
Yeah, he and
Used to be funny, too.
Yeah, he and some nitwit. Who's his color guy? Bill Maher.
Bill Moss.
Bill Moss.
Oh, Bill Moss. Not the guy from Politically Incorrect.
Well, they get Kirk Gowdy back to do the game, for God's sakes.
How's that game going to go, Jets and Giants?
Mike Brady doing Giants Jets. They're 0-3 apiece.
Breen hates you already. You want to just keep it up?
I know.
Let me
As it is.
I know that.
Let me hear you two discuss this Jets.
All right,
Giants
Mike,
game.
let's go. Jets Giants. You would think for $80 million,
For $80 million,
quarterback, the
okay,
receiver, they'd win the football game.
Let's put it in terms. Hess owns Amarada Hess. Okay, if he ran his company, that is a $1 billion gas company, the way he runs the Jets, he'd have a trailer park in Newark. Okay,
Well,
he has no idea. $80 million, they can't score a touchdown.
Mike
But I mean,
Newark
it's not
has an
his
R
fault,
in
is
it.
It's the coach's fault.
Well, it
The
absolutely
coach
is.
awful.
Absolutely
You don't
is.
just want to blame the coach, but the coach is awful. The team's awful. The coach he's just
Mike
terrible.
loved him when they hired him about a year and a half ago.
I actually thought he was pretty good, Don, but he's
How about
awful.
that, Don?
He's awful.
That's sports. Back there.
And And 8 years ago, my first operation was to do a lobotomy on you.
You know, this is really just like your guys' show.
No,
You both
it's
talk
worse.
at once, you can't understand anything. They don't make any sense. They're the number one radio program in New York, and you can't understand them.
You know, it is amazing.
Who wins the game?
I hate to say it, the Jets.
You know, I'm going to say the Giants because I'm going to go anti-Kotite. So I will go Giant football on Sunday afternoon.
And if Reeves doesn't win, then he's out, right?
No, absolutely not. Not Dan Reeves' fault.
It's George Young's fault.
That's not George Young's fault either.
George Young hasn't done a thing in years.
Mike's buddy is Bill Parcells. Patriots are...
Yeah, what have they done?
You know, don't pick on the Patriots. You know, you were kissing up to Parcells when he won 2 Super Bowls.
Drew Bledsoe was Johnny Unitas his first year. Parcells got rid of him, and he's Bubby Bristol.
In 9 years without Parcells, George Young is about 30 games under 500.
So
and
you-
hasn't won a thing.
Is it true you and Parcells own racehorses?
Yeah, we do.
How many racehorses do you have?
We have 2 right now.
What are their names?
Nickel Defense and Sunday at 1.
They haven't done that well because Mike wants to double up as a jockey.
No, we have 2 rules.
Nickel Defense and Sunday at 1.
That's it.
my God.
We have 2 rules. Feed them and don't ride them.
And don't eat them. Although somebody will be eating them shortly. Have either one of the... What are they? Are they...
They're thoroughbred racehorses.
Okay, how old are they now?
One is 5 and one is 3. The filly is 3 and the colt is 5. He's now a horse. He's 5 years old.
Okay, so we're not looking at the cigar situation, are we?
No, unfortunately, we're not looking at a cigar situation. You know, and this is in Dateline. Keep everything in perspective.
Have either one of these horses ever won a race?
Yes, they've won many races.
Oh, come on.
No, nobody's ever heard
Sunday
of
at 1 has won 1 race in 5 times that she's raced, and Nickel Defense has won 3 races.
Mike,
in
the
his
only
career.
the only race that your horse has run is in my backyard with my dog Jordan. For God's sakes, your horse stinks.
Dog just moved to New Canaan. Oh boy!
Did you know that, Don?
What a big hat!
Not too far from you, Donnie.
Don,
Wow.
can you believe? Remember this guy walked in here 8 years ago? He now owns an estate in New Canaan.
I can't... Well, I understand it's not quite an estate, but...
It's a very nice house, Don.
I understand.
And you're invited, just like you were to my wedding.
I can't believe they didn't let
You
you
too,
in.
Chuck.
I can't even believe they let you in Connecticut, but...
What do you mean? Why wouldn't they let me in Connecticut?
What does your wife do?
My wife is a beautiful woman who right now is a housewife.
Yes, she is. She's a very attractive woman.
She's a housewife.
She does no work.
At the moment, she's not.
What happened
No
to her?
comments, Mike.
What happened to her career?
Well, I think she realizes that married to me is a career.
Right. What is there possibly to do?
chore.
What is it to do? What is it to do for you?
Survive.
That's one. That's part of it. Well, it doesn't cook. I guarantee you that.
So she packs a little lunch when you come
Yeah,
back?
absolutely. Mike has been making fun of the fact that she's been packing my lunches to work every day. I mean, now she's taking care of this big house. She got a lot of work to do.
Clearly a fag hag.
Wait a minute. We could have gone all morning and done without that, you know?
Say, well, Don, why do you let him get away with that?
I don't know.
Go get him.
Come on.
Think of something.
Mike, are you surprised that Jimmy Johnson is, what is he, 2-0, 3-0?
He's 3-0.
Yeah.
He's done a very good job. Very good.
And who do they play next? You know?
They play the Colts, who are undefeated on Monday night. Be a very good game. Colts will beat them.
Beat Parcells, of course, 24-10. Jimmy
Just
did.
stay off Parcells.
Where will that game be? The Miami?
That is in Indianapolis on Monday night, Don. You'll be watching it.
And who will win that?
The Colts will win that.
Here's another one for you, Don, about Mike.
Yeah.
Mike was killing Sampras the afternoon he was playing Alex Correia.
Ah, please.
Killing him, no guts, nothing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Pete blows lunch, fifth set, comes back, wins the tiebreaker. Pete's on the air last Tuesday with Mike and me, and Mike's throwing him bouquets about it.
It's a new day, and the world is changing. That's why the people of MSNBC Daytime are bringing it to you in a whole new way. More than just headlines. They keep you in touch with what matters to you on cable and on the internet. Personal, insightful, interactive. Spend your day with MSNBC and get closer to your world. MSNBC Daytime. It's time to get connected.
To be a champion, you must make a commitment to winning, to total performance. That's how you become number one. That's how CGM Fixed Income Fund became America's #1 general bond fund for 1 and 3 year performance, with a total return of 17.4% over the past year and 35% over the past 3 years. CGM Fixed Income Fund beat all its competition, according to Lipper Analytical Services. For a prospectus, call 1-800-CGM-INFO. CGM Fixed Income Fund, America's #1 general bond fund. The #1 ranked balanced fund over the past 15 years is CGM Mutual Fund, returning more than 738% over the past 15 years. Though the fund invests in both stocks and bonds, CGM Mutual Fund also outperformed the Lipper Balanced Fund Index and Lipper Growth Fund Index for that period. The fund has been managed continuously since 1981 by Ken Hedner. For a prospectus, call 1-800-CGM-INFO. CGM Mutual Fund, America's #1 balanced fund for 15-year performance.
It's time to get connected. It's time to get connected.
Julie Parcells, patient, Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
I knew what I wanted when I was 8 years old, to play in a symphony orchestra. It took years of practice, but I made it. When I was 24, I joined the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra. But in 1988, it looked like all I worked for might end. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I was terrified. Then I found a cancer treatment program I could believe in, one that offered more than the latest treatment methods. It used nutrition to strengthen the immune system, treated the whole person, not just the cancer, and gave me the stamina to keep playing.
Find out how we can help you. Call Cancer Treatment Centers of America, 1-800-264-1255, 1-800-264-1255.
I found cancer treatment centers, and I've treasured every concert since.
On Time and Again, a fairy tale wedding launched Grace Kelly from film star to princess, her life and tragic death. On Time and Again, tonight at 7 Eastern on MSNBC.
You know you need life insurance to protect the family you love. We know the way things go, it's hard to find the money to pay the premiums. You know you've got to do it, and we know we can help you. To protect your family's future security, many financial advisors recommend insurance coverage equal to 5 times your annual income. Wait, before you say, I can't afford that, look into this money-saving offer from Garden State Life Insurance. If you're in good health and don't smoke cigarettes, Garden State Life can offer you quality term life insurance that may save you as much as 50% off what you're paying for term life insurance protection. Garden State Life guarantees your premiums remain the same for 8, 10, even 20 years to come. So if you need $25,000 to $1 million or more of quality life insurance protection, call today for this free information package and confidential coverage proposal. Garden State Life Insurance.
800-952-2626. Toll free 800-952-2626.
That's why Enterprise Rent-A-Car has a wide variety of 4x4s, minivans, pickup trucks, and convertibles to choose from. Even better, no matter which car you pick, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, you can call them 1-800-Rent-A-Car, they will come pick you up. This is an astonishing service. So, they have 150 locations here in the Tri-State area, New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, and there's always an Enterprise Rent-A-Car near you. Just call 1-800-Rent-A-Car. And you'll find out that it costs less than other rent-a-car outfits. The cars are better, plus they come pick you up. I mean, why would you? Well, you wouldn't. 1-800-Rent-A-Car, y'all call them. The Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile Fan Highway Patrol, sponsored by Cooper Tire. See John and David, West 10 Tire Center on Route 10 in West Succothon, New Jersey. As you consider a new set of tires for your automobile, look into the sensational savings on Cooper Tires with a local independent Cooper Tire dealer. They have a full line of Cooper Tires for you to choose from, like the Cooper Grand Classic FT Premium All-Season Radio with a 80,000-mile treadwear protection limited warranty. Well, the S Performance Rated Cooper Lifetime Classic 2 all-season touring radio. If you're looking for a real value all-season radio, try Cooper's Monogram 2000. Well, Charles just went and bought a set of Cooper tires.
Yes, I did. Absolutely, on a Jeep.
So there's no reason not to buy these tires, and you all get them. Cooper tires. See Tony at Amboy Tire, 4467 Amboy Road, Staten Island, and see Bob and Rhonda at Will John's Tire and Power, 2044 Highland Boulevard in Staten Island. Cooper Tire. You all get yourself a setup, put them on your machine.